Well, good afternoon, everyone. We've got some footage coming up at 1:30 this afternoon. My name's Steve Robert Shaw. For those who don't know me, I captain the England under-23 team. I've done this had the pleasure of doing it for the last 7 years, and I'm delighted to be joined at the side of me by my England under-23 captain, also my county teammate back in Leicester, Josh Kane. Good afternoon, Josh.
Afternoon, Fez. Afternoon, everyone.
Looking at the results, what are still on your screen, 9 o'clock this morning, Dom Cooney, one of our under-23 lads, beat the current under-23 European champion Jordan Sinnott by 7 frames to 4.
Yeah, good result for Dom. Seen a bit of that match. I think it was a bit of a scrappy affair. Both players weren't putting off the brakes.
But for me, they don't seem to be braking very well. I don't know. It's very hot out there. I've just been told it's like 30 degrees in 34 degrees.
34 degrees, yeah.
10:30 this morning. Ben Flack beating Zach Shepherd from Wales from the same scoreline. So slowly lagging for break. We have Mehdi Bouchane from Morocco. I hope I pronounced his name right. And Alan Mcleod from Scotland.
I think Mehdi plays in the under-23 Moroccan team, doesn't he, Steve?
He does, mate, yeah. They beat us twice, actually. They beat the A team and also the B team. So good players. So hopefully we're in for a good match. So it's Mehdi to break.
Looked like he tapped him. Looked like a tap break to me there, Fez.
Well, we were just saying, hope it's a quick match, and looking at this, we're in for a long haul. So.
Could have been a foul break there, couldn't it?
There's enough people watching and stuff, but I was looking for that when I seen he was pretty slow with the break. So.
Oh, well.
You know, under 23 matches, Josh, he's been quite attacking, this young this Mehdi lad. So we might see him. Well,
didn't expect him to miss that first. Shaky start to the match by both players here.
Maybe a bit of nerves on the young lad being first time perhaps on the stream, watching it around the world. Wherever you are around the world, hope you don't mind listening to me and Josh for the next hour and a half.
Hopefully it's an hour and a half, Fez.
Well, let's open things right up. I would think this young lad should be.
I think he'll look to take reds there now, wouldn't he?
Well, hour and a half, it could be 2 hours.
I think it dipped towards the cushion, though, to me, though.
I think once everybody settles down, we should be in. If he misses this one, I'm going.
I'm worried I'm not going to make my next match at 4:30 at this rate.
Yeah, you just won in the men's event.
Yeah, 7-4. Long match. Started at about 11:15 and finished at 1. It was a struggle for both of us, to be honest.
Big chance then for Ireland if he knocks this in the top. Maybe just stunning it back for the middle. I think a few twitchy pots on each player at the moment. Like I say, the conditions are quite very odd out there when you're playing in your waistcoat and everything. So.
We'll give him the benefit of the doubt there, Fez. I don't think he played to pot that one.
Nor do I, mate.
You had a close match yourself this morning, didn't you, Fez?
Yeah, I did. I lost 7-6 to last year's semi-finalist Richard King. Didn't really have a chance in the decider, but happy with how I played. But I've not really put much time in, to be fair. So it's good. I think
he's a good player, Richard King. Very attacking player, isn't he?
I think a bit of a snooker background and stuff. So yeah, you can
ex-pro snooker player, I think, isn't he?
You can pop quite well here. I think he's just going to break these 2 yellows up and sit round the back.
That's a good shot.
On 2 visits. Should see.
I expect Mehdi to take the opening frame now.
Should take these out, stun this in. And
oh, deceleration on the backswing there.
like I said earlier, Josh, I think with a bit of nerves, you know, first time maybe on the live stream.
First time on the stream table, yeah.
All lights everywhere and cameras. You know, you're watching the action here provided by Bid Promotions. There's about 5 cameras around the arena.
Yeah, it's hot out there playing on the outside table, so if you're feeling it on the stream table, you're going to be absolutely roasting.
Put these last 2 yellows in the same bag. Nice little rub on the black, so it's looking like Mehdi's going to take the first frame, to which he does in this best of 13 match.
Bit of a nervy opener, but Mehdi takes it.
Okay then, second frame, Mehdi leading 1 frame to 0 with Allen to break.
I spoke to Dom Cooney and Jordan Sinnott after they played on this table, and they said this table is not breaking well at all. They couldn't get the balls to split. And the first 2 breaks here haven't really been massive splits.
Next match on table 10, Mustafa Bikri, Morocco, and Bradley qualified.
I think we'll see him taking that long
yellow into the top, yeah. And see where he lands, see if he can still attack from there. I think we might see him go for these first.
And a really tricky
yellow
one.
By the red goes in the right middle.
Yeah, it does, yeah.
If you can get him onto the corner after this.
I think it even goes in the corner bag as well.
Oh.
It's gone behind the black.
Well, he might be alright. If he can stun up into that red off that yellow.
I think you can see it's dropping around the back.
I think we'll see Alan pop one of those 2 reds at the bottom and try and cut one of the other reds across to this corner bag where the yellows are. He's played the double straight away.
Yeah, good shot there, covering that. Suddenly turned, you know, change the frame round. I think with 2 dead reds up the top there, you might have a go at just punching these out a little bit.
Yeah, that's a good shot.
Yeah, that's a good
I
shot.
think he's had a bit of a result, but it was a good shot to get the yellows out. Alan has to really make something happen now to stop Mehdi from going for the clearance after this.
I think he can go here.
Scott.
Oh, he's
Still
going to
the
play
yellow
in
in
the
the
top.
top.
Yeah.
Scotland and Jordan Doyle, Ireland.
No.
Another shot where he de-accelerated there first. That's twice already, like you say, could
Didn't cue
be
that at
feeling
all.
the nerves because the first time on the stream table. He's played an attacking shot there, Alan.
And the yellow's gone in the top
2
corner.
shots
So.
to Mehdi.
Bit of an old campaigner is Alan.
Yeah, I think I've heard the name.
Yeah, he's
before.
played. He's playing for Scotland now, but I know he's in his day he also qualified for the England teams a few years back. So hard to get into the England men's team, so I think he looks like he's jumped over the border. Maybe a little bit easier in Scotland. If he nails the double here, I think he's in. Yeah, good shot.
I think he wanted to be on the middle one after this though, Fez. Leave the one over this corner to last for then the black in the left middle. That was what he wanted to do.
I think if he just skips up the inside there. Oh, dear.
Another shot where he's decelerated. I think he's got away with it. The black now goes to the bottom right corner, and he's still on the yellow over the middle. Oh wow! I thought we could clip that in face
Yeah, I did.
without any swerve or side or
Yeah, I
whatever.
did.
2 shots to Alan. I think he'll be taking these out. I'll be very disappointed if you don't take these out from here now.
Pretty ABC, yeah. It's just all about going about the right sort of way. All these 3 look like they all pot into this corner, so I think he'll take the one near the black now.
Yeah.
Just screw back
Be on
6
choice
inches.
of 3
so.
after this, Fez.
Still.
He'll probably take the middle one now.
Gonna have to.
He's don't want to run into anything.
Just taking the back one, this could go wrong.
Yeah, you don't want to really run into balls. But, he's
Got
all
away
right.
with it, but
Round just took the middle one there and just come back across. You're not risking putting the ball safe or whatever. But it's worked out okay for him in the end.
it's a nice little steady drop in down the line. Yeah, it's there.
And that's 1 each.
Okay, and then as you see now, Alan wins that frame to make the score 1 each. In this best of 13, first to 7. Like I say, this is the 3rd match of the day so far. For all you viewers watching it wherever you are. We have a singles game on after this one. As you can see, we've got the scores there from the 2 games this morning. And we also have tonight the England ladies versus Scotland ladies at 6 o'clock. And India men take on Morocco at 9 p.m. So lots of action here from the Imperial Hotel in Blackpool.
It's a better break there from Mehdi, but he screwed the white straight into the top corner. Tricky finish though for Alan here.
It is, but
I think he'll be looking to
Yeah,
take yellows though if
yeah.
you can attack that
sort the top
by
end
the
of the
middle.
table out.
Yeah,
Yeah,
if you can attack those yellows by the middle straight away, I think the yellow by the red goes into the top right.
yeah, it does, doesn't it? The one just below the black here, yeah. You can,
Yeah, it goes in the bottom right, yeah. maybe he didn't need to do that. The yellow that he's closest to did go down into this bottom right, but I think he just wanted to try and make his work easier. And I don't think it's worked out for him.
It's taking it long. If he does miss it, he's still got the bag. He's missed it.
I think he was worried about not hitting it hard enough there, Fez, so he just made sure he hit a cushion rather than try and cover the pocket. Mehdi's looking to cover this pocket now, but it's straight in. It's a bit unlucky there, really, but I think it was much harder to cover the pocket there than pot at the ball with the yellow where it is.
Let's cover this bottom one down here now.
Looks like that's in as well.
No, he's covered it.
Yeah, it's a good shot. Allen in a slight bit of trouble here now. I don't think he really gains anything from that shot, to be honest, Fez. Mehdi's either going to cut the red down the cushion or just try and cover the pocket with the red down the bottom. Well, he's asked the question. It's far from easy finish for Allen. The two yellows in the middle of the table, I don't think they pot anywhere, to be honest.
Well, it's just getting this one out.
That's,
Dripped him in to give 2 visits to Mehdi.
I'd have liked the yellow to stay over the pocket there, Fez. I think it would have been a lot better for him, but it's still not too bad, I suppose. So he can bang the red into the yellow, screw back. I'm not sure if the red on top of the yellow goes to the left middle. Oh, that's worked out good.
Yeah, it's not too bad. I mean, that's the best he could ask for there. There's the camera just showing you that red goes nicely in the top corner past the 2 yellows in the middle of the table.
Leave the red by the yellow now goes in the,
I mean, he could play this
in the left middle now. He's moved the black.
Yeah.
Don't think he really needed to split them up, Fez. I think that's what he tried, but the red certainly goes in the left middle now. Now he's moved the black.
If it goes in the corner, though, if you look at playing the one in the bottom left.
If it goes in the corner, I think he's got to play it now if it does.
Yeah, it flies in.
Again, he likes cannoning into balls, Fez.
Yeah,
So you don't really
it?
know where they're going to go a lot of the time. And he's not in the greatest of positions here now. I wonder if the red passes. I think the red passes the black into this bottom right corner. So, wow.
Maybe me. Well, to be fair, he's a bit all over the place at the minute.
Yeah, I don't think he's settled at all yet. I thought he could have just dropped that in. White pretty much on the spot of the D.
Play it long past the
Play
black.
it long past the black.
For me, the shot before was to take this one in the corner. If that one went, and you could flick it round for this red, which was near the 2 yellows, into like the yellow pocket. It clearly went in there. That was the shot for me.
Yeah, I think you're right. But not the best shot there by Allen. He's actually nudged the red closest to those yellows now. They don't pot anywhere. But he has got the angle to run into them now if he wants.
Yes, he's played that well.
Yeah, he's played that nicely.
Pushes through. Should be taking these out with 2 visits, obviously.
Yeah. Oh, I think he got a kick there. Obviously didn't affect the pot, but he'd like to have been higher with a cue ball to just run down table.
I think I'll play this in and is he running it round or is he going to
I
screw
think
up
he's
the
just
top?
going to leave a shot. Oh, he has run it round. Oh, I don't like that shot, Fez, because he could have got there by
He could have
just screwing back. Yeah.
Just chip the one nearest to the corner pocket.
Should be fine, but we'll just take the yellow into the right corner, Fez, and maybe run into the red off the bottom cushion.
I think it's fine, Josh. If he just
Yeah,
drops
he's
behind it, it's only a little. I think he'll just come around the back of the red. Oh no, it's played your shot, but what should be.
They can be tricky blacks, these, if you don't land good on them. Well, I expect him to get good on it. Seen these miss, Fez?
Yeah, it could have been a little bit.
Right, so I thought you just screwed it back and then your white's really away from the cushion.
Yeah, good pot there. Good pot by Alan there to take a 2-1 lead.
I think Alan definitely looks the more composed of the two at the minute, Fez. Mehdi had a great chance in that last frame and his cue ball just seems to keep running away from him.
Like you said as well, he's clattering into balls and you know he's not settled at all in the first 3 frames.
Yeah, I don't know about you, Fez, but if all your balls pot, I try not to want to cannon any balls if everything goes, and he seems to be cannon in the black, cannon in this, cannon in that.
See if we can get a better split this time.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I think we could be in for a long afternoon, Fez, the way the balls are breaking.
It actually wasn't too bad.
Yeah, reds
if
are
these
actually
reds
not
planted
too bad
here,
if he
there
can
was
make
all
this,
there, but
yeah.
I don't think he's going to quite go there. He'll just nudge it onto the bag, won't he?
Mehdi not in the best of positions now. I'd maybe just flick off the right hand side of the yellow and leave the white sort of in line with the pocket so he can't think it will block him from any of the other reds on the left hand side. It's not an easy shot that he's left with. I suppose it will get him another shot, but he hasn't really gained anything. I think we'll see Alan maybe pot one and look to cover either the left or the right pocket.
Yeah, I was just thinking that myself, potting one of the 2 reds in the bottom corner and bring the right back 6 inch and maybe just give these reds a nudge just to make sure he's got the bag completely.
Oh. To be honest, Fez, I think if the one on the right hand side sneaks in, I think he's on it now and he can.
Yeah, could perhaps have a go at these.
Yeah.
It's just
Top it
in,
off the cushion.
Just rolled in it, isn't he? Oh no, you're
Oh,
right.
that's a bad shot.
Bit of a chance there from
Nice
Alan,
chance
isn't
there
it?
by Alan, yeah. Like I say, if he got back nicely after potting the red in the right corner, if he got back across, and I think it was frame over. I think we'll look to see Mehdi maybe dig down and try to screw the right in between the yellows, yeah. Just got to make sure he hits the cushion. He's decelerated on a few already.
Yeah. I think he goes through the gap though. So just while we're looking at this little shot here, personally then, you, like I said earlier, won in the singles. You're still in the quarterfinals of the under-23s event.
Yeah, still in both, luckily, Fez, yeah.
I watched your game yesterday against young Eric Webber.
Yeah, it was a struggle, really. Good match in the end, but shaky start by both. played well to come. I was 4-2 down. Played well from there to win the match, but in theory, either of us could have been 5-1 up or anything like that after 6 frames.
Yeah,
and
I watched it, mate. Yeah.
It was 4-2 to Eric. It's never easy really playing teammates, but I'm not sure if Alan can just cover the right-hand corner now. So it might seem like a good shot by Mehdi to get this pocket, but I don't think it is.
Just put it over near that red. Yeah, just put it over there, and then it's not really gained anything. Yeah.
Oh. I think he might have played to part that Fez, which seemed crazy, really. I would have just played it onto the other red and double kissed him.
Bit of protection there.
I think going back to the under-23s, Fez, both the England teams are still in contention to qualify for the semi-finals.
Doing okay. We're top 4 qualify. We're in the top 4 at the moment, but we're back in action at 4 o'clock, aren't we? So
yeah, I think
still a bit to do yet, but we're getting there.
Yeah, can't take anything for granted in the 3-man team. Best of 9 frames. You really got to get off to a good start in every match.
I thought he might have a go at that.
I thought we could have maybe cut the red into this corner and pop Mehdi's yellow over the hole, leave the red over the pocket.
Totally in control then, and it was just he's just going to play this and dink in behind the yellows, isn't he? No, he's not.
I think you might see Alan just push the black over towards his reds and leave it so Mehdi can't get.
No, I like his shot here, just dink him in.
Yeah, that's still, yeah, it's a good shot. But if he makes this ball in the middle, and then he can have a bash at getting everything out. I don't know if the 2 yellows are a set plant to the left corner. I'm sure the yellow nearest to the right cushion up the top will drop in the middle.
I'm sure he's going to get that one in there playing this.
On table 13, Steve Brent, Australia, Neil Rain qualifier.
Now will Alan just cover the bag?
Yeah, he's got to be a bit careful though. That I think if Mehdi does play the deliberate foul afterwards, Alan should be getting the finish where the 2 reds and the black are. I think he's just got to be careful that Mehdi don't play the deliberate and leave him very awkward. That's what he's worried about, I think. So he's just looking at touching in by the black. Or is he attacking? I don't think he'd be attacking from here.
If you was down the club for me, you'd be taking this one in the corner and
Yes.
screwing into the red and black. You'd land perfect. Game over. Thank you very much. Bit different.
Wow, he has gone for an attacking shot. He's been quite fortunate, really. I don't think he anticipated that was going to happen. I think he tried to promote his reds. I think he's had a slice of luck with where the whites landed. Not a bad shot by Mehdi, I suppose. The yellows on the right hand side still go inside that red, so I think Alan's got to try and either block it or get the red right over the pocket. If I was Mehdi, I think I'd just be playing the yellow nearest to the middle on the right, full ball.
I'd be knocking that one round his plane now. Well, not there, but
Yes.
I like your shot, what you said with it.
Yeah, because the only red he could see was then the one over the right corner. Again, he played to get the red over the pocket, but He's had a touch, I think. I don't think any of those yellows now go inside the red. See, Mehdi's now playing the shot that I mentioned a minute ago, and he could have played it the shot before, and this pocket would have still been open for him to get the yellow down there.
With the black safe as well, being yellows, you need to make something happen in this corner.
You need to either look to play the deliberate. Now Alan's got a red up the other end of the table. It's going to be easier for Mehdi to play a good deliberate foul, because if he leaves the white down this end, he's not leaving Alan an easy shot.
Well, we're getting a bit of feedback for our first time together in commentary.
Yeah, Scott Anderson, Leicester's #1, just sent us both a message, Fez.
Yeah, giving us some grief. You concentrate on your own game, Pidge. Don't you worry about us.
No, it's a good shot by Alan there. No, I don't think the deliberate is an option for Mehdi. If it's touching ball, Fez. I don't think it is, but he could have just put the black over more. It obviously wasn't touching ball.
So, obviously it's a strange question to ask you because you want to win it yourself, but who do you think the favourites are for the men's title this year? For me, you can't write off Tom Cousins, who's won 3 tours on the trot.
Yeah, he's in superior form, Steve. You've got to put him down as the favourite, I'd say. Sean Chipperfield, last year's winner. Can he do it again? Potentially, but I'd say Cousins is the favourite. You can't write off Phil Harrison.
Yeah, Phil. Yeah, you can't write him off, can you?
I can't believe Phil's only won 1 world title in all the years, to be honest. It seems crazy.
Mick as well.
Mick Hill as well, yeah.
Mick's won it, is it 2 or 3 times?
2 or 3 times, yeah. Mick's won it, yeah.
So,
I know Mick's, I don't know if he's been playing much, Paul. He's playing a lot of Chinese 8-ball now, isn't he? I'm sure he'd have put in a few hours for this, though.
Getting a bit of stick off Disco, telling us we're cousins friends, but we are your friends as well, Disco, don't forget.
I'm not his friend anymore. Yeah, I think he's got to start as pre-tournament favourite. Cousins on current form, 3 UK tours on the bounce, which is...
Takes some doing, doesn't it?
Yeah, it takes some doing. The standard of
it's hard
players
enough to win one, isn't it?
Yeah. Good shot.
Just looking at the draw. Who you got next? Is it Carl Boys?
Yeah, Carl Boys.
Local lad from Blackpool, obviously.
Yeah, I've heard he's from round here, yeah.
People are obviously around the pool scene will know Carl from his 9-ball playing in the Moscone Cup and playing with Darren Appleton and all the likes of those. So tough match for you, but I'm not.
Will be a tough match. I know I've got to play well.
It's going to be on the back. I've not seen him play English ball for years.
No, I've never seen him play. I think he played before I even started playing English pool first.
He played for the men's team, England team.
Yeah, I never got to see him play. Obviously, now he plays 9-ball and... Yeah, looking forward to it.
Can you snip that in, Josh?
Yeah, but Oh, he played it well. He's a bit unlucky for it not to drop. And I think Mehdi has no choice but to maybe pot one, leave a lot of angle, white about black spot, cut the yellow across.
And go up the table.
And leave up the table, yeah. I wouldn't be
They could
playing
do
it now, I don't
couldn't
think.
they? No.
It's tough to get the yellow right over the pocket from here, I'd say. Well, that's a nothing shot, really, Fez.
Well, we're being asked by Scott Anderson who the 3 p.m. game is. I'm not sure it's been decided yet, but we want to keep the viewing figures picture.
This is a good
Hopefully
shot
it's
by
not
Alan.
yourself.
This is a great shot.
Oh, that's perfect.
Oh, it's not. It looked perfect coming down. I don't think he really needed to get it that close anyway, Steve. It's a very risky shot playing it that hard. Oh, he's not played that well at all. I think he'll pot the one furthest away from the cushion, then bump the yellow out off the back cushion. And then he's still got the one over the pocket. I wouldn't be looking to get this yellow, attack this yellow now. Danny Disco giving you a bit of abuse, Fez?
It's because you called me Steve. Nobody's called me Steve for about 30 years.
The viewers might not know you as Le Ferret.
Yeah, they do. I've been around for donkeys.
Oh no. He'll be very disappointed there. If he just made sure of that pot, Fez, white back in the middle of the table, he could have bumped it off the top cushion into that yellow and sort of doubled it, and he's still got the one over the pocket. It's an easy enough snooker to get out of for Alan. He's just got to make sure he doesn't pot the red. I don't think I'd be playing the deliberate.
I was just going to say, would he drop him in? Do you think?
I think I'd play to hit the red because I don't think with how close the yellow is to the red, you can't pot it getting out of the snooker. I think he's playing the deliberate, yeah. I suppose it's not a bad shot, but you're giving 2 shots away. Well, that's why I didn't like the deliberate Fez. As it happens, it's ended up being the right shot for Alan, but there was always a chance Mehdi could get those balls out and land on it.
Of Morocco.
I think, can he play that yellow down here and try and cover the pocket or move the red at least?
Slam it, move it.
I wouldn't have been playing it at that pace.
That should just be
Cue ball's running, I think, but
it's alright, going to come
he's
for the
landed
middle.
perfect.
I'll do it.
Take that.
Alan's going to go 3-1 up then. And there it is, 3-1 to Alan. I think Alan's just gone for a toilet break. And that means I'm going to go 4-1-2. Okay, we're just waiting for the players to come back into the arena. There's a good shot of the other singles game which are going on at the moment. Coming up at 3 o'clock there, you can see another singles match. Haashim Kholil and Kevin Mercieca from Malta. Big singles day today, with a few team matches later on this evening for various people. As you can see, Alan's come back into the arena. We'll get back to the action with Alan leading 3-1. That's a good break there from young Mehdi. I can see him should be taking yellows really. I think this bottom one pot's in the bottom right hand corner. Just checking that out now. If that goes in there, should really be having a look at these. What do you think here then, Josh? I was taking reds. I was looking at yellows myself.
Yeah, I don't think the yellow by the red at the bottom of the table passes us, so he would have definitely took yellows there.
So he's just going to chop this across.
Do you know what? I think
That helps it.
Yeah.
That might help the yellow pass now.
I think that might be the worst possible outcome for Mehdi.
Taking it now. Screw back out the way. Could have been easier, but
Yeah, it could have been.
if he takes this in the top right, he's at least going to get the leash.
Going to cover the
Gonna
pocket.
get the bag, yeah. If it goes, he should have a relatively easy clearance.
Yeah, he should do.
It's not that.
He's nowhere near that pheasant. I think he has still got the pocket. I know it's asking a lot, but can Mehdi play the plant down the bottom and get the white up the top past the other red for the red in the middle bag? Can't see what much choice he's got.
On the double.
Might be on the double. If not, he can definitely cut it in the middle, but it's far from easy. Looked to slow up very quickly, that fez. Looked like it was running up nicely and then it just slowed up a lot.
It's got danger written all over it.
I think Alan should be taking these out from here. Looks a bit deflated there, you see him walking back to his seat. Yeah, good shot. I think we'll see him take the one on the rail now, then the one by the spot, then the one to the right corner, then left corner and drift back down for the red and black, yellow and black, sorry.
Nice camera shot there. Yeah, perfect.
Played it confidently. Not looking at taking the one by the black now, is he? Surely that means you're going up.
No, it shouldn't be.
People are going down, up, down.
Sort those three balls out at the top. Maybe play one in the middle
He's
of the tail.
taking the one by the black first. It's crazy. Should still get them, but...
Going to roll through for the other one in the top. Yeah.
Strange way for me there, but It's easy enough.
I know some people do it
everyone-
different,
yeah,
don't they?
everybody
You know,
sees
I
it
like
different.
to, you know, sort one end of the table out and
I
then
think
the
if
other,
you've,
but
if you've got a ball close to the black, that's your ball to get on the black. See, now it's landed tricky.
yeah. He's going to have to take the one in the corner now, have a bit
Put
more
a
of
lot
an
more
harder shot.
mileage than he needed to on the cue ball, and it's landed. It's gone awkward for him.
See, it's not
See these missed to the
yeah.
middle pockets first.
It's not straightforward when it's warm out there, and it's played that well. Good bridging over, being a left-hander. Missed the black.
That was the Sean Kane special, that one, Fez.
You wouldn't have got that close. I hope you're listening while you're working, Mr. Chicken Wing. We are missing you. Coming back up tomorrow, I do believe.
Tonight, he's on his way
Oh,
now,
is he?
Fez, yeah.
Tricky little shot across the back on the cushion. He should get it. Yeah.
Yeah, he played it well.
Alan will be kicking himself
Yeah,
there.
he will. He went the wrong way for me, Fez, definitely.
I agree.
He made that cue ball travel a lot more than it needed to.
Mehdi just going through the motions, just screw back 6 inches or so, or maybe a little bit more than 6. It should be straightforward. Put in the yellow pocket to make it 3-2. And there we go. Alan leads 3 frames to 2.
A few pictures of the matches going on around the room there.
Okay, Alan to break. Looks dry.
Again, not a great split. Don't seem to be splitting very well.
Next match on table 5, Big Mac, India, Adrian Lancaster, Australia.
Play the plan. Yeah, it's a good shot.
Attacking shot, yeah. He'll be looking to just cover the pocket. You might see Alan play the deliberate and just leave him seeing the 2 yellows in the middle of the table. I'm not sure the yellow at the bottom passes the red. It might be a foul snooker.
It's close. Can't quite tell from this angle, but it looks close. Oh, it looks it from
Yeah, it
there,
looks
doesn't
it
it?
from there.
You've got to be able to hit both sides of the yellow. All definite for me.
Yeah, it's a foul snooker without doubt.
For those who don't know the rules there, you want to explain them, Josh? You got the choice to pick up the white, which...
Basically, yeah, if you can't see both sides of your ball after your opponent gives you 2 shots, you've got the option to move the white or nominate one of your opponent's ball and then pot their ball.
and still keep your 2, yeah.
Still keep your 2 shots.
He didn't really have a ball on though, did he?
No.
So
And he's put himself in a bit of trouble. crazy. The first shot was the yellow was always going to go over there the way the red and the yellow was set, and he still played it. I think that's a foul snooker again. I think these boys are. Yeah, I think it is a foul snooker.
So.
Can't see the extreme side of that. If I was Alan, I think I'd move the white and play the red at the top of the table into the cushion and off this yellow at the bottom, hoping to pot it, or if not, he's at least got the pocket.
Yeah, for those watching the stream, live here in Blackpool, players from all around the world, isn't there? You know, come from South Africa,
I think all
Australia.
friends and family from the competing teams will be tuning in. It's a strange shot, Fez, I think. If he moved the white, he could have played the red at the top in off that yellow, and he's got the bag at least. If not, if he pots it, he's still got 2 visits. Whereas now he's got 1 visit with a tricky finish. I think he'll be trying to cannon the black out the way here because the red goes in there.
Push him in, there we go. Well,
I wouldn't have played it at that pace. He's played it way too hard for me. He could have just controlled that nicely and brought the white back in a line towards the black. He guaranteed a shot on it, something. I don't know what he's played there, Fez, but he's just put Mehdi on his awkward ball up the table.
Gonna be a tough part, but if he rolls this in and take a long yellow, if it goes, you're able to shout.
Oh,
he's knuckled himself.
He's knuckled himself. Unbelievable. Yeah, as you were saying, Fez, I bet there's a lot of viewers from around the world.
Yeah, watching all the relatives and everybody performing at these championships. It amazes me how you get people from South Africa, Australia.
Yeah, they have to travel a long way.
We're quite lucky living 3 hours away.
But they have to pay a lot of money to come here as well. Dedication.
Well, the Aussies did well last year, didn't they? I think they won the junior event. I think they won the ladies event and also the men's team event. So last year they mopped up on the silverware, the Aussies.
Yeah, they always bring a good team over. In every section, it's always going to be a good team.
Straightforward, Josh. Put it in the corner, do you think, and then into the left middle?
I think he's just off angle though, Fez. I think I'll be stunning this in off the side cushion unless he can hold. So he had a bad angle on it. He tried to maybe pinch the pocket a little bit. Risky shot to stun across because you could snook yourself, but I think you're always going to get a shot even if it's a hard one.
You've got a lot of area there to get in, so if you're playing at this level, you should be able to get getting around that area to leave yourself in the middle. Just going to chop this onto the red and run up the top.
Wow. He's got to land good here on the one in the middle. Don't want the white running away from him. No, he's perfect. Played that well.
Just going through the normalities now, just play this nicely into the top left and Maybe come back, what, 12 inches or so, with that,
Yeah.
somewhere around where he is now.
Oh, it wiped its feet.
Yeah, good black by Alan there to lead 4 frames to 2 here at the World Championships in Blackpool. Just while we're waiting for the balls to be set up, I'm going to give a big shout out for one of my friends from Leicester who's over in Australia, Temujin Dixon. Congratulations on your birth of your two daughters, you and Rhiannon.
Yeah, congrats Tem and family.
We are missing you. The bar takings are down this year because you're not here. But we've seen everybody's seen here and wish you all the best. Young Scarlett and Summer. The answer to your question, Tim, is I've not yet, but it's all in hand.
Not left much off the break. Maybe yellow off yellow in the middle. I just played a safety. I thought he would attack there, Mehdi. He seems to like going for his shots. Although it's not been a very attacking match. The balls have gone scrappy. The frames have been messy. But he could have played yellow off yellow in the middle there, I think, and then open everything up and all the yellows go. Yeah, still open table. Didn't see what happened there, but I think Mehdi potted a red. I think the white's going close to the corner. Oh no. Miles away.
Play this one into the bottom right now, Josh, and just push this yellow out of the way. He's screwing it, but
Yeah.
surely you should be just playing that into. There's no set out.
He's played it well. I think I'd have took the red at the top first though, because it's tricky to get on. Be tricky to get back on. I think he could be perfect now. First, yeah, to chop it right through.
Looks like he's playing that, but
Got to cue these well. He has. Yes, great shot.
can he chip that in and just use the yellow as a bumper?
Yeah.
What you said earlier, though, Josh, is he's going from one end of the table to the other. He's
Yeah.
done a lot of travelling with the white. You know, he's landed nice there, but you know,
You try and keep the white as close to your work as possible. Well, I know I do. I think most pool players, that's what they all try and do, to be honest. You don't want your white running around the table.
Should be a formality now, would you? Would you stun off the side and put the black in the same pocket as the red? Or?
I think he might be a little bit straight. Might have landed a little bit straight, but might be able to force it, yeah, in and out from the side cushion.
Maybe looking to drop it in and put the black in the top bag.
Yeah, he looks straight. We could play the black into the top left. Well,
I want to put it there.
I don't know what he's tried there. Could have just dropped it in and took the black top left.
Yeah.
Or top right, either. I think he's still got a double on. Double to the middle.
Here we go. Looks good.
Yeah, he's made it.
Yeah, good shot. Mehdi takes a frame.
Now he trails by
One frame,
just
yeah.
one Fez.
I was just waiting for the score to come up. With the production's doing all the scoring, having all the information on the screen. I was just making sure I get the right information out there. Thanks, guys. Well, it's Alan to break, leading 4-3.
I think Alan will be very disappointed. The last two frames he should have won, and that would have given him a commanding 6-1 lead, Fez. Or
Yeah, 6-1.
Yeah, 6-1 lead.
That's a better break this time. Still dry.
Yeah, there ain't been many balls potted.
Not an easy starter if you want. Obviously, reds
No,
are the
it's not.
balls, but
I think you've got to play the
one
red
in the middle of the three.
red in the middle of the three off the yellow, because I don't think off the yellow into the red over the pocket unless he can hit it straight into the red. Or he might be on the one in the middle.
Yeah, yes, yeah, of course he is.
Oh,
There we
yeah.
go.
He should be clearing from here. If he gets a good white here now, I think it should be frame.
Nice.
You could see his back arm there, Fez.
Yeah, everything's gone
It
into
moved
that
a
one.
lot.
Kitchen sink and everything, as to say.
Yeah, he's sort of up and down. One frame he's cueing them really nicely, and the next frame he's not cueing them at all. Can he play that red in off the yellow? Red he's closest to. And then maybe just cover the pocket after that.
I like that.
I think if he covers the pocket now, he's still got... Alan's just going to play the deliberate foul. And he's still got two dead reds near him. That's a great shot. Bit unfortunate. Bit unfortunate to leave his red on the bottom covered. Yeah, that's a good shot. I think if Mehdi's attacking, he's got to look to get down the bottom for the red on the bottom rail as soon as possible. And then go back up and... Like we said about moving the white round, Fez, I don't think he has much choice here if he's going to attack. That's...
Wow.
Wow. That's not good at all from Alan. Mehdi should be taking these out from here with 2 visits. I think he'll run through and then play the plant at the bottom after this.
Come too far.
Too far. Now it's awkward.
You play it in the middle, go up the top.
Yeah, try and land
Just try and land near the middle bag or something.
Yeah.
You still can chop it across. It's
Yeah, I
about
think
there,
that's
isn't
the
it?
shot, Fez, yeah. Just got to make sure you don't go in off in that middle pocket after coming off the top rail, because you do see it happen.
Might go on the top and then just draw the white back a little bit.
I don't think that went, did it, Steve? Fez?
How many names do you want to call me?
Didn't think he tried to get up for the red then, didn't he? It's not an easy shot he's left with here now. I think you're better off taking the one over the pocket and trying to get better on it, because he hasn't actually got that pocket covered. Unless he just covers the pocket again. But if it drops in, he's in big trouble.
Would you ever go at snipping that in, Josh, in the yellow bag?
I think I would, yeah. It's not easy, but the positional shot to get back on that red was tough.
Well, if this were me, I'd be having a go at these.
Yeah.
All
You
day long.
got to be confident here and try and clear these, clear your work at this end of the table first, and then go up the top. Don't like that shot. I thought I'd have stunned it back to leave an angle.
I think it's fine if he just plays off the ready and punches it a little bit. Like that.
Yeah, see, he
Away with it.
wasn't moving the white into the middle of the table. If he left an angle, he's guaranteed on something. What do you do here, Fez? Do you roll it to the top right and play it to the top right?
Yeah, definitely.
You got to, ain't you? Or do
Yeah,
you play it
just-
to the middle? I'd say top right looks
Top
straight
right
enough.
for me. Just get it on target, thank you. He's gone in the middle.
Played middle. He's got it.
There weren't much in it, was there? So
No. There's a bit of movement there from Alan.
he's landed.
He's just about all right. Overhit that by a good 10 inches.
I could see this going wrong. I mean, okay, he's going to drop it in. You know, he could lose the wide again, and he's going to end
Yeah,
up
he
leaving
could,
the one on the rail till last. And he wanted to be getting on that a lot earlier.
Yeah, I think ideally he'd wanted to be on it after this.
Yeah, look, he's going to lose the white.
Oh,
Okay.
he's played the snooker behind the black, Fez.
I don't think he played that. Personally, I think he went for that.
Yeah, he definitely did. You know how to pick 'em, Fez, that's for sure.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I think the only shot he's got is the long double. In off the red. You don't know where the red's going, but at least you're still at the table. he's actually brought Alan's red off, Alan's toughest yellow off the top cushion. I think you'll see Alan pot this and pot it thin and come back down for choice of 2. Jesus. That is just mental how he's played that like that.
I think he's just got it totally wrong, Josh.
Yeah, he has.
He's played a good recovery shot, to be fair,
but he's putting himself under it, Fez. If you pop that, come right back off the top cushion, you've got a choice of 2 yellows anyway, yeah.
He'd just drop this in and then it'd be... Well...
This is unbelievable, Fez.
I wonder he's scratching his hair.
I think, judging by how he's playing, he's still got in his head that he should be 6-1 up instead of 4-3 up. Again, though, that's twice the last 2 frames. Fez, he's gone the wrong way. Or he's played the wrong shot.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's probably the correct shot from Mehdi, because never an easy positional shot.
Would you play the black up?
I think, yeah, that's the only choice you've got. And even then, if you don't get it tight enough, it's going to be... It's all about the positional shot from red back up to red.
I think we'll see him play the black up to the yellow, though, definitely. Keep it away from that red so you can't knock them both out, but maybe just play it off the side rail, just by the bulk line.
It's a tough one, really, because you don't want to risk hitting it too hard, but then if you don't hit it hard enough, it's going to be easy for Mehdi to either get the black out or leave a double on the black. Yeah, I suppose it's not a bad shot. I think it just flashed up a minute ago, Fez, the next match scheduled for the stream is 3 o'clock, which is 20 minutes. So that'll be delayed unless they get put on another table. It's been a brawler so far, this one. I think he'll just be playing the same shot again, just needs to be on the black. It'd be crazy to go for it now and not go for it last shot. He had a good angle on the red last shot. Now he's... That's crazy. The visit before, he had the perfect angle to cut the red in and go up. And now he's gone for it when the right shot was the snooker. It's not been a great shot choice by both players the last few frames.
Did you go for the double?
I think he'll just be tucking up. If he's blocked the up and down, it's not a bad shot, but I don't think he has.
You've just got to play it with a touch on the side, just to think. Just a fraction, but...
He's double in the black.
If you don't get this right, that's a good shot.
Yeah, that is a good shot.
Or is it?
But Mehdi, oh yeah, I think it is. If the black just stopped a little bit, Mehdi could have clipped off the right-hand side of the red and gone off 2 cushions and bumped the black out, but the black's just rolled on too far for him to play that shot. It's very risky to play that shot now.
Do you reckon?
Yeah, it's high odds you're going to pot the yellow, definitely. Does he believe that the red goes inside the yellow? Judging by that shot. But if it does, surely he'd have played it.
Not for me.
No, that's never going. Oh. Weren't far off. Not a bad result for him. One good shot by Allen, though, give himself a chance. Or does he play to clip off it in white behind the black? I think he'll be having a go.
You gotta go for this.
I thought it was in. He had a bit of a result though.
It's a nice angle to get back down on this. Play it and give it enough pace to come down this left-hand side of the table.
It's all about pace.
That hit it. Yes.
It looks good. Again, it just looks like it's slowed up a lot very quickly. Not an easy shot, but he'll be happy the way it's left.
Got it. Oh, Mehdi takes a frame.
Ties it up at 4 frames all.
Evenly poised at 4 frames all.
Allen will be kicking himself. In theory, the match should be over.
He's been in command of the last 3 frames, and he's given all 3 frames away, so... You know, there's the information of the next match, which, unless there's a few breaking dishes here. Haashim Kholil from Mauritius, Kevin Mercieca from Malta.
He's made a ball. Yellow's on first glance, I'd say yellows, but both colours not easy, and he hasn't got an easy starter. The yellow down this end of the table is very tricky to land on. But he's got 2 reds at the top of the table and 1 on the rail. They're not going to be easy.
Thing is, he's got a pot of yellow, isn't he? No, I'm not sure what's happening here.
I was just saying to Allen, you can't finish them. So will Allen take the ball by the horns and attack straight away? Strange choice again, Fez, by Mehdi. Got to say it though, Fez, the way the last few frames have gone, I don't fancy Allen clearing up from where these balls are.
Should be.
He's had far easier finishes in the last 3 frames than this, and he's played a bad shot or run out of position or wrong shot choice.
And this is all about just getting on this ball at the bottom.
Yeah.
Sitting just behind the black there. But
I wonder if he can play it now, Fez. Yellow in the middle of the table into the right corner and screw down. Might be awkward queuing though over the red and yellow. Wow. I'm not sure what he's done there, Fez, are you?
Well, that's why I never said anything. It's a terrible shot. He's left him on his 2 bad balls. He's missed an easy finish.
Unbelievable. I think, judging by Allen's game, his head's just gone. Because of how the last 3 frames, he should have won him quite comfortably. And he's not, and now it's level, when he should be 4 or 5 ahead at least.
think we'll see him get the yellow straight out because he's got a
he's got an
red
awkward
tuck
red,
down here on the left-hand side, so he'll bounce that over to the other side. That's got that.
Yeah, no.
Well, it's all coming down to that.
It's all coming down to that yellow again. What's he doing here, Fez?
He's had some strange.
His shot selection's
Yeah.
been questionable in the
Free
last 3, 4, 5 frames.
Free shot at getting that ball out.
They're like playing the tactical shot when they should be attacking,
Yeah.
and
He could have played that.
attacking
gone
when they
into
should
his
be playing the
yeah.
tactical shot.
I know,
good
the
part.
picture mark game here.
Especially when I'm on at 4:30 and wanting to get some food before I play. I'm not looking like I'll have time at this rate, Fez. Wow. I don't know what he's tried to do there, but an absolutely terrible shot, with all due respect. Black's tricky. Will he try and go into the yellow and red, Fez, or is it a bit
I'm
risky?
just thinking, well, I would.
You could slide off the yellow going
Got
off in the
free shot.
corner, or
Little free shot. There we
yeah,
go.
he's played it. Yeah, good shot. Not come out great though.
No.
Would you play the one in the middle, try get good on the rail ball, and then double the black still with you two? I think even if
Yeah.
you bag the rail ball, you've still got an
Just
angle to
snip that
come
off
over.
it now and come round. There we go. He's played that well.
Yeah, that's a nice shot. Even if you bag this, you're still going to have a nice shot to flick it in with a bit of left-hand side and land on the black in the middle.
Snip.
Must have been a finger mark there, Fez. Looked like you missed that on first glance.
I thought it was right. You should just double this across now. Yeah, it's there.
Mehdi looks the stronger of the two
Wow.
now, Fez. Both
Take a
making
5-4 lead then.
both making silly errors, but Mehdi definitely looking the stronger of the two.
We'll join you again in a couple of minutes when the action restarts. Well, Alan just setting up the balls there. Must be wondering how he's behind in this match, because he's been in control of the last, 3 to 4 frames and certainly played a couple of howling shots. So another dry break.
Yeah, definitely. Fez, he'll do well to keep his composure now and get himself back into this match the way he should be, back in his hotel room or back in the bar having a beer.
As pool players don't drink when we're playing, Josh. Don't tell people around the world those silly little things. There's lost the white. He's all right. I think he can get through to the. Did you see him just tucking in, developing or anything, Josh?
Yeah.
Or take the yellow in the middle, but he's not going to gain anything taking that.
I was hoping for a couple of quick fire dishes, Fez, so we can go chill out for a bit, but can't see that happening. think every frame's been a tactical battle in this match. Just our luck, Fez. Is he attacking here? Red into the right corner.
Yeah, what, into these?
Into the red and yellow.
Bump into there, you can land on something. Yeah. Touch it right, flick into them. There we go.
Good shot.
You know, playing down the club, Josh, you know yourself, you'd be getting these balls all day long, but
9 out of 10.
It's all been edgy and, you know, playing tactical
completely
stuff
different
and all
pressure
that,
here, Fez, as you know yourself. It's not played that very well. Wanted to be dead straight on it, ideally. Well, I think he might be able to still run into it, and he'll push it towards that right corner. Not the cannon he was hoping for. Still fancy him to pod it. His white's going off the 2 cushions and back up the top. I think he wanted to leave the ball at the top till last, ideally.
Yeah, like I say, just drop that in and then come in between the yellows. Yeah, good shot.
I think the black will go into the corner where he's taking this red now. If not, it might even go off the yellow in the middle. Certainly goes to the top right pocket. It's just all about this shot.
Make sure he gets the gap.
Oh,
No.
I think he's nowhere near, is he?
Yeah, I think. Yeah, he's on it.
Oh, just. He's coming round to look at the black, so it must go off the yellow in the middle pocket.
Yeah. No. He's missed a couple in the last few frames, so.
Oh, he's played that nicely.
Played that well. Oh, wow.
Unbelievable.
Wow.
Unbelievable, Jeff. The yellow goes inside the black.
It looked unmissable.
Yeah.
But
I think he had to screw it because if he played it plain ball, the white was in off. Mehdi should be taking these out from here.
Just go through the formalities. Big chance to make it 6-4. Well, again, Alan will be kicking himself there.
Yeah,
I mean,
he will.
He's give away the.
He took out a great finish, but it's just far from easy, and he just maybe thought that was it. The frame's over now. I'm on the black, and took it for granted. I think this will be the last match I'll be commentating on today, Fez. First and last.
Just while watching him walk around the table, big shout out to my old mate from Kholil, Dougie Grieve. Will be coming up for the Masters.
What's he doing here, Fez? This is crazy. What?
One ball there.
The way these two players are going about their finishes is just madness.
Topping it through, look.
Surely that's your last ball, Fez. You don't look confident.
No. Like I say, he's had 3 drop-ins there and he's gone the wrong way, but if he just drops that in nicely, should be on it. Yeah,
oh, well played. So it didn't matter in the end, but he's just made it harder for himself than it needed to be.
He must think that all his Christmases have come at once because he leads 6-4 when really the match could have been over by now when you look at the
match could have been over after 8 frames.
So Mehdi takes a 6-4 lead, and we'll see you in minute or so when the action continues. Well, that's perhaps the best break of the match.
I think it's the only break where they've actually potted a ball.
Thank you, Dougie. Message me away, just giving him a quick shout out. One of the Colville Massive who will be travelling up the M6 to come and have a entertaining weekend with the lads, as always. Taking the red balls.
I don't know, Tim.
Yeah, I can't repeat that, Tim, what you just put, but we'll keep that to ourselves. So Mehdi's totally in control of this frame, but even there, Josh, he's got a chance to win frame and match.
And I don't know, did it roll in? Because Alan had a ball like it up the top before when he was playing it dead weight over the pocket, and he'd done the exact same. Mehdi done the exact same as Alan. Left the white in the jaws of the pocket.
Well, the way this has gone,
it's got
Hill
written all over it.
Just to prolong it a little bit more.
I thought that red was tight, but as you can see there, clearly pots
goes,
from the overhead. It looks like might be a bit tight, but loads of room there. What's he doing here?
Just pushing the black on, isn't he?
I was hoping for a break dish there, Fez. Don't know about you.
Have we had one? We've not had one yet, have we?
No. I don't think there will be one, to be honest.
Well, hopefully, if a master do a little bit more commentary, it might be later on in the week where the top boys come in, when all the seeds come in on the top 64 seeds during the competition tomorrow.
Yeah. I think, is it played down to the last 64 tonight?
I think it is, and then the draws.
And then the draw's done, and last 64 in the morning. I think you'll just see Alan drop the red in.
Definitely the shot now.
Strange shot by Mehdi. He could have maybe promoted his ball that Alan's just covered and got a safe white. Alan's only got one shot then. But he decided to just nudge the black over. Correct, Temujin. Wow. I think you've put the commentator's curse on it, Fez. We're in for a deciding frame.
It's just I'm just looking down. And you think you could have played the red and swung the white off two cushions, off three bounces, other bad ball out, and then. But it's not been that kind of game, has it? So.
None of them really took the ball by the horns, have they? They've tried to be too careful with everything. So Alan's got 2 visits. That's a good shot. I don't think he realises he's got another shot, Fez.
It's a foul.
Yeah, the table's definitely rolling off. There's no way he would have missed that ball completely, I don't think, Fez. I know it's not been a classic, but
Classic?
I don't think...
Oof. Dear.
I can't believe he... when Mehdi actually played the deliberate with the black, he didn't just try and promote his bad balls. Crazy. If he did, we could have been in the bar sinking a beer by now, Fez.
Not had one all week. Well, he'd play the yellow and push it through, but even again, it's not.
If this goes hill, Fez, I think I might have to leave you here on your
Thanks.
Jack Jones to get ready for my match.
What time are you on? 4? 4:30.
1/2.
Oh,
We can say 4 though if you want.
we might still be here.
I think Alan's definitely the better tactical player of the two. Mehdi maybe just a little bit inexperienced and so we're looking to cover the pocket now. I think that's rolled round the red as well, isn't it? I think he'll come off the side cushion and bump his red over towards the black. I don't think he'll pop the yellow over the pocket, will he? After bumping the red. He might do.
I think it wouldn't have surprised me there if he'd have played the red onto the yellow and gave 2 and said, you know, he's broke down on enough finishes, go and have a go at him. Because again now he's played a nothing shot and he's still got a bad ball left.
Yeah, and now Alan can just promote his balls.
He'll play this yellow and push the red up.
Yep. Maybe even flick the yellow out a little bit. Well, that's
not too bad.
It's not too bad, but I thought it'd have pushed the red safe and promoted his 2 yellows a bit more, with Mehdi having that pretty much dead red up the top.
Was
I think it was
it
Mehdi hit the red first, but I don't think it was a total first.
No, I don't.
2 visits to Alan. Will he attack? He's not. He's not really attacking as such, but he's just trying to promote his balls into a better position, I'd say. Again, it looks like he's attacking Fez. It's been a strange match. They're sort of not attacking when they should, and
I mean, he's in all sorts of trouble here.
yeah, he's not.
He's going nowhere. He should have got up. He
Played
should have
this
got
frame
up and
very
out
well.
earlier up there when
he could
Alan
have played
had
the
got
deliberate, like you
yeah.
said, Fez, and then said to Alan,
Go and have a go.
yeah,
He'd not been getting finishes, so you might as well. You know, you're leading 6-4. You could break down on the finish, so.
Alan tried to get the yellow on the cushion out then, and then he'd have had everything in the open, but surely he's not going to take the double on Fez. I don't think it does double. He could pot the black here.
I just think he'll just bring it out to the middle of the table, like that.
He could, oh, unbelievable. That red goes, Fez. One good shot here by Mehdi. Pop the red into the bottom right, or do you just cover the bag, Fez?
I think
You'll probably
the
cover
way
the
it's
bag.
gone, the way it's been tippy tappy, he'll just chop it on because
he
if
wanted
Alan
to
potted
attack.
it, he's got to, but yeah, he's not attacking it. Sure, he's just going to drop it in.
Yeah, that's the right shot. Like I said with Alan, that red was always going near the black. Wow, what's he done here, Fez? Oh, he's got away with it. Jesus Christ. These guys have got a cue ball on the bungee rope, I think, Fez, not a string.
Okay, it's giving him 2 there, but it's not
No,
that
it's
bad,
far
is it?
from
Because
easy.
he's got a dead yellow here, which is
Oh,
if he doubles it,
that's
it's
a great shot. They seem to be pulling shots out what you'd never expect.
If he nails this in the top bag now, if he has 2 on the black, maybe that black could just jam in on the inside of that red, but he's missed that one.
Leicester was closer than that one, Fez. He's in a lot of trouble now.
Of trouble now, isn't it?
But I wouldn't be surprised if there's another twist in this match, Fez, the way it's gone.
What, does to keep us here a bit longer?
Yeah. Just to torture us for a bit more. You don't really gain anything from that. Mehdi just roll up behind this yellow now.
Yeah. Okay, 2 visits. But again, Mehdi's in total control here because
Yeah. If Mehdi loses this frame from here, he'll have to do something.
Alan
Really
can't get
bad.
anything. He can't get anything up there to sort the situation out up where the black ball is.
What's he doing here? Just having a bash. He's obviously tried to make it somewhere and then uses 2 on the black. He's in all sorts.
Well, like I said earlier, after the conclusion of this match, we've got another singles game coming on a couple of team matches tonight at 6 o'clock and 9 o'clock.
Yeah, full day's pool for all you watching at home.
Well, there's a chance.
Here's a chance. Cut the one in the middle. You're not potting the yellow, are you? Been some very strange shot choices in this frame by both players.
In every frame.
Do you risk potting the one over the pocket, Fez? I think I would
think
be.
we
You
would.
just
You just drifted it in and leave it long, wouldn't you?
Yeah, you got it long or you got it in the middle.
No, you're going to attempt to double.
That's probably the safest option, this, to be honest. He was just... Oh, my God. Wow. He didn't really get close.
If it went on the best position. But,
That just shows the frame of mind of how the match has been, really, Fez. Both players not confident at all. I think you see Alan just pot this and just have a bash.
Well, it's all come down to this then. But
Hill is near him, Fez. This could go in any of the middles.
I'm not sure here. Stand by your beds.
Hold on to your hats.
You might go away with that now.
He has.
No, it's
If
not.
that's dead straight.
No, he's got an
Right,
angle.
he could just roll onto the one on the top rail anyway and leave
There's a
Alan
big chance
snookered.
then for Mehdi to...
Yeah, he's got the perfect angle. Well, he would have liked a little bit more, but I think he's fine. He's not very confident though, is he, Fizz? You could just see him roll up to the red at the top, bounce it off a little bit, and
Well, you got to go
he's
now.
perfect. Yeah, he's got the perfect angle. No, look, he's not confident at all, Fizz.
Playing your shot. Wow.
You don't like to see this in players, really. Look, it's rolled off and now he's left a shot. Unbelievable. Can't believe what I'm seeing here.
Well, this should be it.
Yeah, I think you'll see both players shaking hands in about 30 seconds. Barring any Sean Kane chicken wings. Oh, what's he done there, Fez? Jesus Christ.
He could be off and on and down,
Yeah,
but
could have done anything.
that's a good camera shot just to watch him pop this right in the corner. Yeah, that's a good shot.
I've got to be
That's the
honest,
winning
Fez, I
shot.
didn't fancy him for
No,
that.
I didn't. But Mehdi's going to take the match
I'm delighted.
7-4. Hardly a classic.
Alan will be absolutely distraught. He'll be kicking himself. He should have won that match comfortably.
Well, he's gave away 5 frames there, so well, it's a win for Mehdi Bouchane from Morocco. 7 frames to 4. On behalf of myself, Steve Robert Shaw, and young Josh here. I hope you enjoyed our little bit of commentary, what we've done for the first time between us.
That dish fest at home, everyone.
And whoever's up next, enjoy your day wherever you are around the world.
Cheers, Steve.
And we'll see you again.
Great company.
Ta-da.
Next match on table 7, Haashim, Kholil of Mauritius and Kevin Mercieca of Malta.
Tony, one please, table one.
Hello everybody, good afternoon. This is a second round singles game in this year's World Championships. I'm Keith Walls, current Northern Ireland captain, and to my right I have Mr. John McAllister, who's also in my team as well. Afternoon, John.
Hello everybody. We've got a match here between Haashim, Kholil and Kevin Mercieca. We think that this one is going to be a fairly attacking affair, as both players like to play in the front foot.
Yeah, we know a little bit more about Kevin than we do than Haashim. Kevin's been around for quite a while. He's had a few decent runs in these events in the singles, and he doesn't tend to play too much safety, so with a bit of luck we're going to see some decent attacking pull and a few clearances. He's already just gone and popped it in off there, I think, in the first go.
We can't. We'll hope to see. We've seen our camera angle change, and we've had a little bit of a better look at the table again here. Be interesting to see his choice of shots on the yellows. They're fairly open. We could see him go for a game already at this stage.
Yeah, it looks reasonably straightforward. He's got a little bit of a mess to sort out here just on the right. And if he's on that one into the left middle, he should be able to just screw off it, move the one by the black spot, and he should have a pretty decent chance of taking the opening frame.
The only potential tricky ball there is the one just beside the one nearest the bottom right hand corner as we see it. And he may have to move it or just nudge it into a slightly more playable position, unless he takes the bottom ball here and leaves himself that said yellow to the middle pocket. Yes, and he's played for it now, and that's a good shot. It'll be interesting to see now, does he take these two to the middle and use the one closest to the bottom to get onto the black into the same pocket? No.
Oh my. Do you know what, we were on this table on Monday night, wasn't it? We played Mauritius on there on the Monday night, and that middle pocket, when you're playing it across the table like that, it dives in towards that jaw, and one of the Mauritians played exactly the same shot that Kevin just played against me on the black, and it did the same thing, caught the knuckle and went past.
I actually think that happened twice in the match, Keith, because there was a chance as well for Chris McMullen, if my memory serves me correctly, and he's tried to play a deadweight shot to the middle and it's just sneaked into the near jaw. I know, I would say Haashim will be looking at this and thinking this is a great opportunity to take the lead here in this match. We've been joined by Phil Connolly, a member of the Northern Irish senior team. Welcome aboard, Phil.
Hello guys, happy to be here.
Well, Haashim's got to be pretty pleased with this, because he should have gone 1-0 down there in the opening frame. If you can just get this cut right into the top pocket, he should be able to take the lead in.
Yes, you would have to say that this shot will be the key shot in the clearance. He's just taking his time and giving 100% to this one.
Oh, I never like seeing people jack up on these shots. Look.
Yeah, and the white's travelled, but if it comes up a little further, he may be slightly straight on that, but if he has just enough angle to sneak past the black, this one should still be makeable.
Yeah, I think he's going to be looking at a long last red here.
To be honest, if that's where he played for by jacking it up, that was a heck of a shot to get down, leave himself that little angle on the red. I thought he was going to try and come down and hit the black or something just to move it, but he's going to have to pull this cue up again.
Again, as I say, didn't have the angle. He's landed straight. He's played a bit of a stun shot there, and it's now a challenging enough finish.
I think he's actually got a nice angle here, around the angles of 2 cushions. The black into the same corner, he's just dispatched that red.
And we've just had a text in from Tony Greenan. Big shout out to the Hilltown Massive. Oh, he's missed it. As I say, when he hasn't landed in position a couple of times, Phil, that makeable clearance suddenly becomes very difficult.
Yeah, he was just chasing it a little bit at the end there, I think. And Kevin will be quite pleased to get this opportunity now. And I don't see him missing this time.
And as I'm sure you would say, Phil, from singles experience, the first frame tends to fairly settle the arm down once you get the first one on the board.
Yeah, and it can work the other way as well. If you really feel you should have won it, you know, it has the opposite effect.
Yes, and he's going to take this now. That's a good opening frame, although scrappy. It was a good frame for Kevin to win. I'm sure he's delighted to have been coming out of that one, having made the initial mistake with the yellow to the middle.
Yeah, that's right. You don't always get 2 chances at this level, you know, so he will be pleased with that.
We're just going to try and find out some of the team stats for both players and give you a little bit of information about them, and we'll hopefully be able to answer a few of the questions, because I know there's a few people have sent us a few messages just asking about the tournament and how it's going, so hopefully throughout the match we'll be able to provide you with some interesting facts and information.
Well, yeah, let's look the most favourable here to start off. Just that tricky one in between those 2 reds in the middle of the table he's going to have a look at, I think.
I wonder, does it go to the right middle? If he was down this side
Looking
of the
at the
table.
shadows, I think it does.
And see if he tries to drop in behind these 2 on the right hand side. He looks like he might have enough angle just to run this white through and go down to where the red is on the right rail, and see if he can leave himself one of these back into the left. I think he's going to have to do something about moving those 2.
Yes, the 2 on the right hand side of the table do look tricky. It's not as if he can come and play the first one, the lowest one, and come off the cushion because the red's in the way. He may look to play a nudge here just to try and develop things a little bit further. And, so he's come down the table.
He's going to move them off this yellow now. He's moved the top one of those 2 and stay on the other one, I think.
Yeah, if he can get some of almost a full ball contact on that top yellow, just punch it about up over the middle pocket. Play that ball.
Won't be happy where it's finished though.
Oh,
He's been a bit unlucky. The only thing is, as I mentioned earlier, if that yellow goes into the right middle, he may be able to leave himself on that, take the yellow up the line and drop the black into the bottom right hand pocket. Or he may be able to move it here. It all depends on whether this one goes.
I think he can run into it here.
Yes, he is looking at that now.
he may have to come off this top cushion. I'm not sure he can screw across into it. He may have to come off the top with a bit of side and just try and bump the yellow back down over this left middle. Is he going to come off the top, or he's gone into it?
He's all right.
And that's finished reasonably well. What I like about these tables is they are very fast, but you can float balls in on them and nicely without having to get your arm into it. So it only needs a very delicate stroke just to take it from the top rail and down. He's landed lovely there.
I think that first frame is going to cost Haashim a bit because, like I say, Kevin's quite a fast-flowing player, and I've played him a couple of times before. in the singles events, and he's quite quick and he's well capable of just taking finishes out within a couple of minutes. So Haashim really needs to get his finger out here and try and get a frame on the board. He can't leave these as open he is doing, because Kevin's just going to pick him off.
And you can't help but feel, Keith, that possibly, as we said before the match, Kevin probably is firm favourite in the game, and you can't help but feel that he has to take as many as the chances that he is given, because they will be fewer than Kevin will experience throughout the match. So he has to try and take every basic chance. And I say basic, it's not easy out there, but that was a very makeable chance he had in the opening frame, and he has to take those chances to stand any chance, or it could end up a heavy score in the favour of Kevin.
Yeah, and what you find with playing Kevin over a distance is that once he's won a frame or two, he starts playing a bit quicker and a bit quicker and a bit quicker, and he just makes things look pretty easy. He just waltzes around the table. And he is very good. He's one of the better Maltese players who are here this year. But he's well capable and he's been around for a while. And you see he just starts speeding up and stroking balls in. He's very good.
He played Emmanuel Byrne a couple of years ago in the semi-final of the European Championship team event, and he played a finish with 3 doubles, one of which was a full length of the table double. And as you say, Keith, it was done almost in a fast rhythm, and he just got down very confidently each time. And although the finish was, I would say, a 1 out of 10, and he's taken it out like they were over the pocket, which is a sign of great confidence.
Yeah, and you're probably seeing something like this here now, because this isn't easy at all, because he's got the red in the bottom right is awkward. It doesn't really plant, but he seems intent on going for this, and he's just wellied that in, and he's going to probably crash into them now as well. So you could maybe you can get right hand side, actually play top left, but you can see that he's 2-0 up and he's sort of playing pretty carefree.
There's a possibility he hasn't landed on the bottom one at all there. No, he didn't, and he's glad they just nudged him open.
Right, well, Haashim, you need to step in here and try and put something up on the board, because otherwise he's going to get mowed down.
Phil, there's definitely a big factor will be that bottom pocket where Kevin has the ball covered.
That will be all he'll be looking at now, because if he doesn't change things in that corner, he's not going to win this frame. So he's got to work out not only what he's going to do, but when he's going to do it.
You would have to feel there's a possibility here that he may play a snooker early and to gather the 2 shots to allow him a better opportunity to bring out the ball beside the red wrist free. And he may not want to leave Kevin in a position where he can play red onto yellow and make sure that the red's hanging and give him no way out. But it's interesting it'll be interesting to see what choice he plays. It looks like he's going to play this one in behind and play the snooker to start, and he has.
He's also covered up the black a little bit more there, which isn't a bad idea.
And as I said, that's always the danger in world rules when you play a snooker but a pocket's partially covered. If your opponent decides to push his ball on top of yours, or your ball on top of his, then if you're unable to get it out, it's almost a frame winner despite a high number of balls still left on the table.
Yeah, I was speaking to the Mauritius team manager actually the other night after we played them, and he was saying they've got some great players there, but the one thing they lack is the experience of playing the rules and playing in these sort of situations that Haashim's got now. We found, you normally find with Morocco, Mauritius, a lot of the African countries, they're very attacking, and when you get to this sort of situation, it's about picking the right shot, and it's whether or not Haashim here really kind of knows how to get round this and springing this yellow out from on the red. He's got the 2 shots to do it, but he's just got to sort of work out in his head, when do you take this yellow out? You don't want to leave it till last, and then you've got no other ball to land on if you can't break it and get lucky.
I think I'd do it now while the black's a little bit protected as well, just in case it goes wrong.
Yeah, I'd agree. I think he has that. He's got a. If you look at the two yellows now at the bottom of the screen to the middle, he could play one of those and try and put the white down onto the bottom cushion, and it would make it easier then to move the yellow out.
Well, that's what I was thinking, that there might have been a possibility that he could have just come down this side of the table where the white has landed now, obviously not behind the red, slightly further on. He might have been able to sneak that just into a playable position and the clearance would have been on, but unfortunately
he could have rolled that. If he'd have got down a bit further, like you say, he could have rolled that yellow just another centimetre to the right of the red, and it opened the pocket up for it, and he could have took it out. I mean, he can still do it. He's got to take, well, in my opinion, he's got to take the yellow to the right middle, try and go up above the yellow to the left centre and play the same sort of shot where he can cut the yellow into the left and come back down. So if he can play this one here and he can just get, you know, a couple of inches above the centre yellow, and again he's short.
But in fairness, as you were mentioning earlier, a bit of maybe a lack of match experience on the stream, on the biggest stage. The arm does start to go a little bit. Sometimes you under-hit, sometimes you're over-hitting. I think we've seen a couple of times now that he's under-hit a couple of shots. And I would say there's probably a lot going on in his mind here, because I would say he's fairly aware how important this frame could be in the context of the match.
And Phil was right, you know what Phil said there at the start. He had options to move that yellow, and you really want to be doing it when you've got plenty of balls on the table, because when he rolls this into the bottom left, he's going to play this one, and if he can't open it into the bottom right, he's going to have to get it out.
Now he's rolled it in.
Yeah, and so he's played it now, and now maybe he can play it into the jaw. He's had a look twice. I mean, maybe he can just play it into the jaw, back into the red, and just leave it over the pocket, and then take this finish out. But he's got to get this right. If he double kisses it off the red, he could put the red in front of the yellow, and he's cooked.
As I said to you, Wolsey, there was always an opportunity that might have been able to push it in front. I can't guarantee he is. Just looking at that, I can't be sure if he has left it potable. It looks potable from here. Yes, it looks as if it's going to go. That's a clever shot. And again, as I said about 3 or 4 shots ago, if he's played the previous shot right, and as Phil mentioned, he would have had a few more balls. Now it's going to be slightly trickier to land on the yellow. And as I said, he's now left himself a makeable shot, but a significantly more difficult shot than he needed to be.
Yeah, and this is a huge shot for Haashim. I mean, if he makes a dog's dinner of this, he's going to be 3-0 down, and we're going to be back in the bar in half an hour if this doesn't change. He's got to bang
this has got to be
in.
right at the left knuckle.
I always think it's a really interesting point as to watch the body language of a player when he's addressing the ball. You know, having had the opportunity to play against and watch good players, you can. I don't think, looking at Haashim, he was overly confident, and he seems to have come up with the lottery numbers on that one.
Yeah, I don't think any of us saw that coming. I mean, he's had a bit of a run up from the car park at that one, launched it, and he's managed to leave him snookered. Blimey.
Well, if it's total snooker, he might have the option of coming around the back of the red.
Yeah, I mean, if you've got, you know, for anybody not familiar with the rules, if you can't see any of your ball, so if Kevin can't see the right or left side of any of these reds, he calls for a total snooker, and he's allowed to hit the ball without hitting the cushion afterwards. So he can drop in behind this and leave Haashim snookered back, and that is what he's done.
And that's
normally
a
you'd have to
very
hit the
good shot.
Yeah.
Although, looking at that shot, you would say it was a very makeable shot or a simple shot, but the key in the shot is the weight, and he's played that at a beautiful weight now, because realistically Haashim has no outs here. If he hits this ball,
all he can do here is try and drop onto a dead weight.
Yes, that's the only out, and again he faces either leaving an up and down or a straight across shot just to leave him tight again.
Yeah, I mean, if he skims the edge of this and the white sticks its head out, well
that's
done.
a very good shot.
Well done, that man. And he's left Kevin with a little fiddly one here, because again he can see the red now, so he's got to hit a cushion after he hits this red. So clipping the edge of it, and he's going to be pushing the white dangerously close to the pocket. Yeah, Kevin's got a wry smile on his face.
He's dropped right on it. If he's a touch
I think he knows that's a very good shot.
Yeah. I think think they're
Yeah, if that's a touching ball, that takes the up and down out of the
checking
equation.
for a pointless touching ball, really, because it's not going to make much difference to Kevin, is it?
That's a good point, Phil. If he is touching, he hasn't got his 1 point escape, and now he's going to have to look at a different option.
They're not on the clock for this, are they? So they've got plenty of time to play the shot.
It's amazing the difference that the clock makes for anybody just tuning in who hasn't been here or played. You have a 1 minute shot clock in the team event. It has been the subject of a little bit of controversy over the week, but saying that, it adds another area when you're trying to address the ball, address the normal shots, where if you were playing at county or club level, you would just take your time, have a good think, but you have 1 minute, and what you find is that sometimes it forces people into snap decisions, but at the end of the day it's also to encourage a good free-flowing game. So it has its pros and its cons, but thankfully it's not an issue in the singles.
Tell you what, he's got a real fiddly one here now as well, because we were talking earlier about these balls. When you try and drop them in that pocket, in those middle pockets, it just does dive, and if he can't put this into the middle, he's going to play it into the top left, and that isn't going to leave him an easy black anyway. I'm sure he'd rather drop this into the left middle and then try and play the double on the black.
I think that's the best option for him.
Well, he has a chance here, there's no doubt.
Well, he had that long putt earlier, and it wasn't great. So watch this dive left.
It has dipped in a little bit, but just enough to go. The impact on these extremely thin cloths, and even the slightest finger mark can make a difference, especially when we're playing shots dead weight. He's left himself the double here, and that looks good.
Yep.
Yes, and he's
Excellent.
off the mark.
Well done, Haashim. We thought we were going to be getting an early finish here, but that's good. 2-1 gets him back in the game. He's going to feel a lot better because he knows full well he had chances there in the opener and he didn't take them.
Have you any stats for us, Keith, about Haashim? How has he got on in the team?
Yeah, I was trying to grab Haashim's record so far this week in the team event. He's had 4 wins this week. He beat Dave McQuillan. He's beaten a couple of the Moroccans. He's beaten Cathal Matthews, one of our boys. But the ones he's lost to aren't too shabby. He's had a loss to Tom Cousins, and Tom is playing some great stuff this week. Well, he always does, but he's looking very, very good. And Tom is going to be the man to beat in the singles. The qualifying rounds at the moment, from the sort of 256 down to the last 64, they're being played as we speak and over the next couple of hours, and then the seeded players will come in tomorrow, and Tom's seeded 1, and he is going to be tough to beat this week because he is playing some brilliant stuff in 2017. He's run away with a couple of UK tours, and having a loss to him on your record is no bad thing at all.
Yes, Tom, a very talented cuest. Another good attacking player, great to watch, very nice fella as well. And yes, he will be hard to beat this week. Okay, gents, while we're watching just the beginning of this frame, I'm going to ask you the big question. Who do you fancy to be this year's World Individual Pool Champion?
Oh, we started with a big question there, haven't we? Well, I think last year showed that anybody that comes into these championships firing on all cylinders like Sean Chipperfield was last year has got every chance. But notwithstanding that, I think when you're looking at the, certainly in the UK, if you're looking at the UK tour results this year, I think everybody would agree that Tom Cousins is in pretty good form at the moment. So I'd say he's probably a justified favourite at this stage.
Yes, I remember a number of years ago watching a qualifier. I had no idea who the fellow was. I just happened to watch 4 or 5 frames from the sideline, and this fellow was fantastic. And I said to a couple of the fellas, this guy could go a long way in it, and it turned out it was Craig Waddingham, who's a very fine player. it didn't surprise me. And you always have to look, whilst we'll always, the tendency is to look at the teams and look at the players in the teams. I would imagine we have a few tasty qualifiers in there too. It's definitely going to be a hard one to call, but as you say, gents, Tom Cousins is playing really well. Obviously, on a personal note, I would like it to be Dylan Leary from our own team. I know Dylan got to the European final, and he's a very good and capable player, so I'll be hoping I'll be nailing the colours firmly to the mast for Dylan, but it will be difficult for every player when we get down to the nitty-gritty.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing Dylan take a decent run at this as well, because he's beaten in the European final by Kholil, but he's got a tough draw to negotiate. He's got to play. If he wins his first round match, he gets Phil Harrison. I think probably coming through in the second round, and he's in the half of the draw with Anton Kasheri of Malta. Mike King's in there as well, so there's plenty of tough players in that half. When you look at sort of Tom's part of the draw down the bottom, the guys sort of in and around Tom, I don't think are going to be able to take him out, and then the big one in that's going to be him versus Dempsey. I think if Dempsey gets through the quarterfinal as well, that'll be good.
Yes, and another player worth mentioning, well, another couple of players worth mentioning are obviously Lee Kendall, who has been a superb player for a long time, and will always be a very, very challenging player to play against. And also Robert Brady of Ireland. Robert's extremely solid, and I don't actually, solid might not do him that much justice. He's got a great all-round game, and has shown in the past that he's very, very capable, and I would love to see him go on a good run as well.
Yeah, and that's we haven't even talked about probably the biggest one there in the draw, which is Mcleod being back. And he's won it 3 times, and it was only I think a semi-final spot last year. I think Carl Sutton took him out in the semi-finals, and Mcleod was just phenomenal.
And here we have Kevin on a very makeable clearance now. 4 balls left in the black. All balls look to be going to their respective pockets. He's just going to float this in. Yes, he's come down. If it stops, it's a good shot. Yeah, that's perfect. And he should play these 2 into the bottom left as I see it, and then finish with a red to right and black to middle to take a 3-1 lead here. He's played that with a little trace aside just to narrow the angle a little bit, and that's a good shot. Yes, and that's perfect. He's leaving himself a nice black to middle pocket here. He should play this reasonably firm. Yeah, you find that a lot of players, when they get down to that kind of shot, they just play it that little bit firmer to make sure that the ball travels as true as possible. And that's a good clearance, and he finds himself 3-1 up now.
Right, now Haashim's got the break here, and I would say, even at this stage of the match, this is a must-win frame for him off his own break. I think if he goes 4-1 down, I think it could be a long road back for him.
Yes, and our text message in, big shout out to my good friend Pierce Sharrett, the former Northern Ireland under-21 and men's B manager, only Northern Irish manager to have 2 titles to his name, a World Under-21 Championship as a manager, and a World B team, or a Home Internationals B team title as well, excuse me. Great to have you in listening to us, big man, and hopefully you can send us your thoughts.
You should get back into play and stop poncing around cutting hair.
Well, Phil, what do we make of this break so far?
Well, normally he'd be looking at the yellows, but those 2 over on the right hand side are completely tied up. So I don't see a 1 visit clearance here, but you never know with these guys. He's possibly knocked this one in off the yellow and disturbed them a little bit, but it's a tricky shot.
And the yellow doesn't look to go in clean itself. Just, I would like to see that from a better angle. No,
he
doesn't
tried that.
matter now. He's tried to play the shot. Yeah, he's tried to play the shot you've said there, Phil. He's tried to dink it off the red and try and free up the yellows, but he's put himself firmly in the back seat from that shot.
Yeah, Kevin will be going for these now.
There's some fantastic angles here in the commentary box. We can kind of see everything, which is great. I wouldn't mind having that on the big screen whenever there's matches on. Just a thought for you, George Harwood.
I have to say, while we're just watching Kevin clear up, that Mauritius flag's lovely, isn't it? Look at that. I thought that was a marker on the screen. It's only just dawned on me what it was. I thought it was some sort of colour test.
That's a wash with colour,
Oh.
Keith Walls.
Very lovely.
Yeah, I'll have to remember that one for when I'm next watching Pointless.
Yeah, that's definitely one for the quiz people there. That thing.
I would say Kevin's a bit disappointed with that one. That was just threw the arm at that one a little bit.
Well, he does tend to get a bit, he tends to get a bit quicker and quicker when he's playing.
You find there's a number of players who are flow players, and they like to increase their tempo when they're playing well, and they tend to be sometimes the players who can make a basic mistake but yet maybe take out the best clearance of the day at another time. Tempo has a lot to do with this game, and especially maintaining a good level of focus, which I think you'll see in the top players. If you look at Mcleod, Tom Cousins, they have a great temperament, and that allows them to stay calm when the situation isn't working for them. Stephen Dempsey's another good example. Robbie Brady, just offhand, and a whole host of the England players as well.
I wonder if this yellow passes the black. I'm guessing it doesn't, otherwise he'd have gone down and hit it, but otherwise he's... Well, maybe so. Well, he certainly doesn't want it this slow, the way this thing has been turning. Yeah. It didn't convince me, because I thought if it went, he'd have got down there and played that a bit quicker, and the longer he thought about it, the more I was convinced it wasn't quite right.
It was a very strange shot, because, as you say, when he addressed the ball, you were pretty sure it wasn't going, and even the way he cued it with very little conviction as well. I thought possibly he could have played the double there if he was going to be aggressive, because it was a better shot, because the other shot simply just didn't go to the middle pocket.
Well, he's left with a long yellow, and he's had three long shots so far, and he hasn't banged one of them in. He really needs to be dropping this and getting down to one towards the bottom left. Oh, that's better. And now he's going to end up clouting the side of the... Well, he'll pot this one. He's going to clout the side of the next yellow, but chances are it's going to bounce off this left cushion.
I think he might
something, wouldn't it?
I think he might miss the yellow and hit the red here, Keith, just with the angle. Looking at it from this angle, I think he may miss the yellow, having potted the first yellow nearest us into the bottom left. But then, what angle is he going to have? Because he's slightly out of position, he's now relying on an element of luck.
He's had a couple of shots like these already, and when he's got down to it, he's started jacking the cue up rather than maybe just rolling it. I think he's going to roll it and kiss the edge of it. See? Yeah.
That's worked out reasonably well for him.
So what do you do here? Do you try and drop behind it, play it top right, Phil?
Yes, I do. Just run off the bottom cushion over behind it, and then try and just drop into the top pocket. You won't need to do anything with the white. That's it.
Oh, springy.
A couple of inches too far there, I think.
You got a little spring off that.
Same shot, but it's not looking right down the barrel now.
These are an interesting kind of shot. I always find that when you only have one shot that you can play, it nearly takes the pressure off you a little bit, because you're not second guessing what you're going to do, because you really have one option and you have to give it 100%. He's missed that one.
Missed it.
Yeah, it's long pot and it's not holding up very well there, is it? That's another one.
That's the way to the previous shot that did the
Yeah.
damage there. He needed really to be looking right down it.
He's going to leave Kevin a similar one coming back down the other way on the red, isn't he? Oh, blimey. Well, That looked like one of my shots.
It did, because he hit right across it, Keith.
Yeah, but that's a perfect example of how I play. Cued right across that thing. God.
You didn't cue too many across them against Malta the other night, though, Gaffer, did you?
I'll give you that fiver later on. Thank you for that. Thank you for that, John.
A couple of nifty finishes, especially at 10 each.
Yeah, we had a very interesting game with Malta. It was our first one at the team event, and it came down to a deciding frame, which fortunately won. But it was pretty heated out there, and we had a few little minor disagreements over a time foul. One of them involving Kevin, who's playing now. It was all sorted out in the end in a bit of good humour, but it's extremely hot in this arena. It's well over 80 degrees, and people get the tempers frayed a little. But
and what about the stats for Kevin? Can we maybe find out
yeah,
how he's gone?
I was just pulling up his playing record. He had a horrible start. Well, mind you, the first three were to us.
Oh, I thought you might mention that, Keith.
That's what happens when you don't prepare and you pull it up. I was thinking, God, he's lost the first 3, 4. Oh, wait a minute, yeah. So he lost to Manny, he lost to Chris McMullen, he lost to Dylan Leary, and then he had a nice one because then he lost to Tom Cousins, then he lost to Tom Price. So he's played Manny, Tom Price, and Tom Cousins, and they're the top 3 at the moment on the stats. So he's not had the best of draws to begin with, but he went through losing the first 6. But since then he's picked up the next 4 out of 5. He's won against James Feely and Pat McCarron of Scotland. He's beaten a couple of Moroccan guys, Yusuf and Omar. So yeah, he's had a horrible start to it. I see Tom Cousins broke and dished him as well. So if it wasn't bad enough losing 3 to us, he goes and gets Tom breaking and dishing him in frame 1 of the next match.
Yeah, speaking of the Scottish lads, that's 2 real dark horses, and Pat McCarron and Darren Matthew. I could see those boys doing well if they are fully focused on the pull.
Yes. Pat McCarron's a great player when he's not sleeping face down on the carpet in a pair of sunglasses.
Pat's a phenomenal potter and a great lad, a good friend of our team.
A definite character in this place.
This is quite an interesting game because you can't help but feel that Haashim has made a number of mistakes here, and he's only 3-2 down. And Kevin, I'm sure, will be disappointed with a couple of chances that he's missed, given his level. I don't think he's played to his level here, to be honest. And that's reflected in the fact that the score is now 3-2. Haashim can say he's missed a couple of shots as well, and he might even say, well, I could have had a couple more myself. But you kind of feel, as I said earlier, that when you're getting these kind of chances against a more experienced, proven player, that you really have to take them. And I think, as Phil said earlier, the next couple of frames are going to be massive.
Yeah, he could have probably been 4-1 up or 5-2 by now if Kevin had took his chances. But I mean, none of these things is, when you lose a frame, it's pretty much a 2-shot swing, and we say this all the time in the team event. Kevin was there at 3-1. He's got a red for 4-1 and a 3-frame lead, and once he's botched that, you're handing the table over, and suddenly it's 3-2, and you're under a bit of pressure. But perhaps because he hadn't had a great start in the team event. And yourself, you need to get in and you need to get on the tables and settle and just put a few blacks in and just calm yourself down. But, Tristan's dad, Manny, took him out frame 1 there, and maybe he's not been the same since. I apologise in case any members of the Byrne family were listening to that. Well, apart from Tristan, he'll be happy enough, but... We had to correct it because Steve Mills pulled him on it the other day, didn't he? Steve Mills did the commentary, and when
incidentally, that
said his dad spotted a great flag or something.
Yeah,
and that's what started. We have 2 players in the Northern Ireland team. Manny and Tristan Byrne are actually brothers, but people are constantly mistaking one of them for the other one's father. And the England manager did it the other day on this commentary. So.
It may have something to do with the fact that Manny is
be careful because we've got a team event later.
Slightly more silvery haired than Tristan, maybe.
Think team, right? Think team. We've got a match at 9 o'clock against Australia, so I don't.
Speaking of Steve Mills, is there anybody that has an easier job in world pool than Steve Mills, England manager? I always joke with him about this, and he did tell me that if I was on in the booth to make sure and say that I have such an easy job.
So cushy. And he gets paid as well, fortunes. And Haashim
allegedly
just made a bit of a tweak on that bottom red. His long point is letting him down here. He's having chances, and he's had a flap at a couple, and he really should have put that away in the red, and we should have been looking at a 3-all draw.
He was on it lovely as well, because it was his most difficult ball, and I think he just sort of pulled his arm away on it a little bit.
And that's
a little bit over anxious.
And that's what we were saying earlier too, Phil. You can kind of see that in him, that little bit of nerves, where he's just not cueing them just as sweetly as possible. And again, he's had the first bite in this frame.
Yeah, I think we're looking at 4-2 now, though.
I think I would have to agree with you there. This looks a fairly pedestrian clearance.
Do you know what? You'd normally back him for this, but you know, he's chucked a few in here, Kevin, when he's just got a little bit quick, thinking he's going to pot them.
Well, that's okay.
He should be all right. But
takes the one nearest the rail, comes back out for the other two. Simple clearance for him.
You know, he's bridging over the black now. Is he going to overrun this one as well? Oh,
no, that's fine.
A little stutter. He's going to be going up.
I think he'll go bottom one again here. I do, because I think it's easier to get on the black. Oh, no, he's gone for the middle.
Look at this. Why is he not cutting the other one in and just
I
coming to the middle of the table?
He is. He's just looking at his next shot.
You're right. He's just looking at where he wanted to land the white ball.
He's played that. He wants to be a little bit low. Should be fine anyway, but he would like to have a tiny bit more angle. But that should be okay.
I don't think he's got any angle. I think you've got to drop it in and pot it from there.
Yeah, you're right.
Oh my lord, he's gone. Oh. I told you, he's not really...
I'm not sure I would have had the confidence to follow through that much to help the angle.
Oh my life, what do you reckon? Off the red and in the top corner?
It's okay. But as I was saying, that's the difference. It's only the margin of running out of position by an inch, 2 inches. If he's 2 inches lower there, it's a very simple run through and a very simple black, but he's landed just slightly high on it, and that's made that chance tricky when it should be extremely easy.
Good stuff. Back from a little break.
So just before the break, I was asking Phil about who impressed him in the seniors. What teams, apart from obviously his own team, who impressed you? Who do you think could go the distance?
Well, generally the three strongest teams in the senior section are England, obviously, and Australia and Malta. It wouldn't be much of a prediction to say that I think the winning team will come from those three, but if I had to stick my neck out, I think you know, when you look at the whole team, I think probably, as a five, I'd say the Australians probably look the most solid at the moment. But I'm sure the England team will be looking to prove me wrong on that one.
Absolutely, England are always thereabouts in every section. A lot of exceptional players, but the Australians are extremely difficult to break down. In my experience of playing in the men's, I found that Australia are a very gutsy team. Even when things aren't quite going their way, they always give 100% and they get behind each other, which is very difficult to play against at times.
Yeah, very much so. They've got a very, very solid team now. I mean, obviously Steve Gray's been on the senior circuit for a while. He was a world champion 2 years ago. Last year, Wayne Stubbs won the senior world masters, and incidentally, he's probably my prediction for the seniors singles this year. I mean, we're down to the quarter-final stage. They're being played early on this evening, so we'll see how that starts panning out.
But it's good as well for the game to have a wide range of champions from all across the world. I mean, when you look at, we were talking earlier about Mauritius, we've spoken in the past about Reunion Islands, we've spoken about West Indies, India, we've spoken about all the different nations, and Belgium as well. Davy Very's Belgium. Big shout out to Davy as well, because a good friend of the Northern Irish team. It's always fantastic to play against these countries, and it's even better to watch their players improve. I think one of the most stark improvements, Keith, was the Moroccan team at senior level. Could you tell us about more about that?
You know, when the Moroccans haven't sent their best side this year, they're definitely missing a couple of players. But I mean, the African nations certainly seem to have an attitude of just going for everything. And there's times you watch matches where it just flies in. You know, everything they're hitting is going in, and it's probably contributed to a lot of them that are coming on board. You know, there's now they had a lot of them here at the Europeans. When we had the Europeans in February, then some of the African nations get an invite to come along and try and help develop. And we're now going to see an African Championship this year, and you know, we've got Kenya and Algeria coming on board and a few others. And Morocco themselves are going to host a nations tournament in September, and they're looking at 10 countries coming out to go in and play in that. So it's great to have them all here, and most of them, you know, you pay, well, certainly us, because we're all jippos, we all pay for all our stuff. We have to take our time off work, we book a week off, we're away from family and things like this, and you know, we've got a lot that we've got to do, you know, and to see sides that are coming from Mauritius where they're travelling 3,000 miles in the Reunion Islands and places like this, you know, you've got to hand it to them that they've got the dedication to come in and play.
There's a definite desire there to play pool, and it's great for the sport, because the sport definitely needs to develop in order to progress and to make it a game that everybody would like to watch and see. I see Kevin is just addressing the table here. We'll get a bit better of a look there now. What do you think, Phil?
Yeah, I think it's tricky. He's got a tricky red on the bottom rail that will concern him.
The one nearest the yellow at the bottom, on the bottom rail, yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure it doesn't go past the yellow into the pocket.
Yeah, he's selected. He's on the reds anyway. He may look to just knock this one out by playing the plant as well. Yeah, he has. And he's played that quite well, and I think he's on that as well. So this, if that red passes on the bottom cushion, this clearance is very makeable.
Yeah, I mean that's why I mentioned it straight away. That is obviously the key ball of this visit here, if he's going for it.
Absolutely.
As he had a look at this yellow, do we know if the yellow goes past the yellow? Oh, look at that. Does the red go past the yellow at the bottom? I mean, he hasn't had a look, so it must be pretty clear.
I think that's too full of shadow. I don't think there's enough gap, but we haven't seen that angle yet.
Another text in, special mention to all the fellas in Reds Pool Club in Ballymena at White's Gone Walkabout, 2 shots.
He's not playing particularly well, is he? I don't think he's been the same since you called him a rat on Sunday night there, John. I think no wonder he lost his first 5. I think that might have been what done for him. Just you wait till he finds out you're up here in the commentary box telling him how to play. We'd only just calmed everyone down.
Now, Mr. Walls, I see what you're trying to do here. Yes, there was an incident in the Maltese match on Monday night to do with referee and decisions and time files. But no, thankfully we got it sorted. I'm sure he will send me a Christmas card this year.
They need to sort that time fast.
It's an interesting topic because it's not really the fault of the players. I mean, you've got somebody like David McQuillan, who I have a great deal of respect for as a pool player, and David McQuillan has been in a position where in his match they've called time foul. He's walked over to see if it's a time foul, and there is no. The stopwatch is sitting at 0-0. So as I said earlier, you have 1 minute shot in the team event. So there's no evidence to say that. And then there's another incident where the player hasn't called 30 seconds, so he isn't aware. And to be honest, for anybody who hasn't played with a 1 minute stop clock, you kind of use the first 30 seconds, well, I can't do anyway, to look at the shot. So when I hear 30 seconds, that's nearly when I begin to address the ball, provided it's not a pretty routine shot. So yes, it's something that needs sorted out, but again, it sounds like it's a very simple issue, but when you actually are in the environment, and as you say, players are very, very passionate, they want to try and win the games, and these things happen. I think here we could see Haashim taking another frame, and if it goes 4-3, you've got to say, I don't think I've seen Kevin missing as many chances as this in a long time.
He's fluffing a few, isn't he? I have to say, I do like the way the Irish guys do the timing. I think somebody said they were doing it in Killarney as well at the All Islands, which is, instead of just calling the 30 seconds, they walk up to the table and just tap the table. And I know you could be down on a shot, but if they're doing it when you're on the shot, you've still got 30 seconds anyway, so it's not like you're rushed into playing it.
I noticed like that in Killarney as well.
Yeah,
I
think
like
that's
the
a good
tapping
idea.
at the table. It makes it quite clear to not only the players, but everybody else.
Sees it. Yeah, I think that's a very good idea.
I mean, the way I look at it, it's 30 seconds to think about your shot and 30 seconds to play it. You know, I think sometimes players wait for 30 seconds to be called because they don't want it called while they're on the, drawing the cue back.
But there should definitely be something along the lines of that you acknowledge, you as a player are able to acknowledge that the 30 seconds has been called, because had that not happened...
Is he going to play, sorry I didn't want to butt him, but is he going to play this soft and watch this dive? He's played a really good up and down, and this is a big one. He's got to just make
sure. 2 shots.
Oh, okay.
He's just going to dunk it out.
Oh, look at that, and he's gone and ordered the Chinese. Haashim. Chinese for table 12. Good boy. Well done. There you go. Thought Haashim was going to make a hash of it. 2 shots on the black. Well, I mean, he could have come and played for us. He'd have missed that. I think I've just lost my co-commentators here. They've all suddenly stopped. Good
I'm
Lord.
trying not to allow the guys just to hear me laughing at you. I think Mr. Walls, the hobgoblin,
there at the back.
Look
at that. You got any shirts you need doing?
Quite a few, actually. Over there. Manny Byrne tells me he's exceptionally good at ironing, and that we're more than welcome to any of the Northern Ireland team wish to have their shirts washed before the match.
Really?
Go to his apartment.
Yeah, I heard that too. Yeah.
And so we're breaking off frame 8, score 4-3 to Kevin Mercieca. That's a pretty decent break too, but it may not have the starter that he'd be looking for.
He'd have been all right there if he'd have been able to see that red along the top rail.
Yeah.
He wasn't in bad shape. But the thing is, now you wonder what he's going to do, because he's made the pig's ear of a couple of frames, and he really should have been away and gone. And he's 4-3, and you would think the sensible kind of shot if you're in the team event here is to try and take one of the pockets, because yellow's in such a rotten position. But is he going to try and force a finish here? Look, he's going to swerve around this red. Oh my Lord, and there you go. He is struggling, isn't he?
That's what
he's not normally like that. He's not. He was pretty good there for a couple of frames, and he just threw that wobbly one in when he missed that red earlier for 4-1. And God Almighty, putting a ball in the hole, he doesn't look like he could put a space hopper in a skip.
Mr. Walls here, very to the point tonight on the old live stream.
Oh, that's a good shot.
He's played a very good shot there. I don't think I've, as I said earlier, I've seen him make so many mistakes in a match. You still are waiting for him to kick in, but Haashim's starting to settle here too, and this one could go the distance. What do you think, Phil?
Well, he's certainly got himself back into the match. He's you know, cashed in on a couple of errors that Kevin has made. You know, and I'm sure, you know, Kevin will probably feel he should be having a bit more daylight between them at this stage. But I think this is a very, very important frame. I know it sounds a bit obvious, but we were saying earlier about the two-shot swing. You know, it's obviously, you know, it's 4-4 or 5-3 after this one.
Well, certainly, I mean, Haashim can get this to 4-4. He's got to feel pretty good because
you can see he's tricky.
He's played all right, like, but you know, even there, he's just running out of position a little, and that's a great shot. That's a great shot. But
another good shot there.
That's made if that's blocked the pocket, that's a very good shot, although I have a suspicion that might sneak past. We get to see it from a better angle here, and we may be able to see whether that yellow goes in past the red on the bottom right hand side.
He's still got a lot of work to do, and I don't know if Kevin's looking at, you got those little 3 yellows on the left, whether he can smash the yellow in the left middle off the red and try and get that red out there.
I don't think he wants to open that red up at this stage.
I think he's going to go for it. I mean, I don't think he knows any other way. He's going to try and pop this in off the red ball, or even off.
There's a better look. That might sneak past there.
Yeah.
If it does, yes, he's looking at it now.
He's going to give this a bit of welly, isn't he?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah,
but again, he's playing for, in my opinion, he's playing for margins here. I don't think that was a good choice of shot, although obviously they aren't in a good position. If he can play this off the red off the knuckle, and get up and down,
yeah,
this is a good shot.
Look at that.
Yeah, he's played that well.
Oh, he's gone behind the red.
Yes.
That's very unfortunate.
Oh, my Lord. Well, you can smile about it now, but
he's just asking for a total, I think. We can see it from here.
Is he on yes mucker? That's a total snooker.
Yeah, we had a good camera angle on that straight away there.
Yeah. And this is a chance now. This is a chance. 4 each if he takes this out, and I'm sure the confidence will be flowing, and Haashim will have found himself bang in this match. And I'm sure Kevin will be looking and thinking, I need to up my level here significantly.
Well, I mean, he's cleared the yellows, but I mean, he's left him the Mary Ploppins here, hasn't he? He's got the red in the top right. He's got another one in the left middle. I mean, God, even not even the Northern Ireland A team can go wrong from here. This should be easy. Mary Ploppins, black, 4-4.
Yes, you've got to say this is a very makeable clearance. And he's played that well. If it stops there, yeah, that's lovely. And I imagine he's going to play stun, slight bit of screw, black in the bottom right hand pocket. So this to middle, and bottom right, bottom left, black and bottom right. I would think, yeah. Oh, did you just see that wee moment there? Did you just see him? He just lifted his hand up. He thought he'd gone into the yellow. And
it's almost like he told himself, knock these in, it's 4-4. Oops! He went behind the yellow.
He definitely thought for a moment it was carrying on. He's going to stun this in, yeah. Played it lovely now. As I said, he's just going to dink these 2 in. I fancy this one's for 4-4.
It's a bit short there.
Yeah. That came from the other one, you know. The other one was the same. He did a little stabby shot at that
More
one.
of a stab
done it
than,
again, but he should be all right. I mean, you know.
Yep.
But yeah, like I say, just they're both still a little bit nervy. But you know, 4-4.
Game on, best of 5.
Right, I'm gonna curse Haashim now by saying he is going to win this. Right,
that was the worst. That's a number one
anyone
thing.
Who knows,
well, I'll take that bet.
Anyone knows my punting history knows this is now going to finish 7-4 to Kevin.
I can verify for anybody watching on the stream that is very true. I would just like to tell a wee story here, Mr.
All
Walls.
my mates will be, no, my parents might be listening. Don't mention anything about punting.
Mr. Walls once told quite a number of us that Germany were the biggest cert in the world, quote unquote, to finish bottom of the Eurovision Song Contest. And after 19 of the 20 countries, or however many it was, they were bottom. And it looked like the 6-1 was arguably the greatest piece of tipstering of all time.
There's my mute button.
Until Ireland, yes, Ireland, gave them 4 points in the very last dance. And quite a few people in the Northern Irish and Berkshire areas had to go to the food banks that week.
Some of them are still after the money. I've been in Blackpool ever since. I haven't been near Slough. People have been looking for me for the last 3 months. Oh, jeez.
Mr. Walls is a big fan of Terry Wogan and the Eurovision Song Contest.
Do you know what? We had to do... we did that team talk the other day just before our first game, and I was raging because I'd missed Coronation Street on Monday, and it's about the only religious program I watch religiously, and I had to leave to do the team talk with 5 minutes to go, just as Eva had found out Aidan had been cheating on her, and she was about to go full bunny boiler, and I reckon she could do a bit of mischief, that Eva. I'm telling you, I've been watching it, and I reckon the pot in one hand and the bunny in the other, she could do some damage, and I had to come over and do the team talk instead for the Scotland game.
It's terrible when you've got responsibilities.
This is the responsibility of a manager. That's pretty good, isn't it?
That'll do him, yeah, because he's 4 reds.
Despite me tipping him, it's still running his way. When he's missed a few Haashim, he's not left Kevin anything really easy, where it's been the reverse when Kevin's gone in and then, thrown the golly at one and missed it. But again, he doesn't change tactics, Kevin, does he? He doesn't sort of look at it, I've got 4 reds here, and I've got a block in yellow in the bottom left. He's just going straight in there, gung-ho, and all things raging. Look. Oh, my Lord. Oh, blimey.
He's played some strange shots at times.
It's getting a bit frustrating.
I told you it was when you called him that name on Sunday. He's never been the same since. When he finds out you're doing the commentary, he's oh my God.
No, honestly,
we're gonna have to change hotels.
I think it shows that, as we said, Kevin's gone deep in a number of tournaments, and he is a very good player. Okay, but if you don't have that B game, we talked about it during the week. I think you need to have a game where you look and you play a fella, and the Maltese will know that the Mauritian players are not overly familiar with the rules. So at what point does Kevin now then start to say to himself, right, okay, I'm struggling in my potting game, I know the other player is not as au fait with the rules as I would be, maybe I'll turn a couple of these into a grinding game. But he hasn't done that yet, and he's definitely given away what I would call a number of cheap chances. And you've got to be very wary, because 7 comes very quickly at this level.
Yeah, I mean, you're dead right. I mean, when we had a quick chat before this game, we were saying, you're looking at 2 guys, pretty attacking players. It's going to be open, not like the 4-day festival Jamie Kitchen put in last night. And
that was a bad one.
Blimey. You could feel your hair growing watching that thing. But if he's going to open them up like this, Kevin, he's asking for trouble if he makes a mistake. And like I say, he wouldn't be doing a bad job to just take a pocket and take a bit of a breather, because I think this is the 3rd frame now that he's fouled and given away 2, and he's pushing himself a bit too much. Well, that's because he's not had a great week so far, and you know what it's like, you try and force a finish when you're not going well,
Yeah, as soon as he can.
He's going to go. I think he's going to go bottom to the middle and down and back up, and then try and leave himself yellow closest to the black as his last ball, Phil.
Yep, that's right. He's going to try and get on the bottom yellow now, but he's still going to get through a bit of traffic to get back up.
What way will you play this shot, Phil? Are you taking this ball to the middle, where's your white? Is it just off the bump and off the rail and down, or are you going to play a wee bit of soft
It's going to slide
screen?
in between those 2 reds, I think.
It's a trickier shot than it looks. And there you go. He's clipped the red. That's what he's landed nicely.
Got away
But
with
that's my point. It was a trickier shot than it looked, and he did clip the
If
red.
it's straight here, you can just screw it back off.
It's a straight screw.
Can he screw it back?
Yeah, straight. Oh,
Well, he can. It's just he's going to wham into the red and leave himself snookered.
I just think he just did a quick jab at that. Really, I don't think
I
he
think,
was
yeah.
with that shot at all.
It's not his fault. I did tip him at 4-4.
That's very true.
Well, that's why we've wanted a bet on Kevin.
He's
Obviously.
gone and ordered the lamb shank and crashed into the red, hasn't he?
But isn't it funny how you'd be playing, you as a player, and as for anybody that I'm sure at home as well that is playing at even county and local level, that when you can be playing a beautiful pool and then for some reason you put a quick one in, and what I mean is your cue action, you accelerate or decelerate at the wrong time, and you put a quick shot in, you don't get the action you need, and you turn a very basic shot into a very difficult shot. Now he still has another shot at this, but
he did rush it a little bit, didn't he?
He rushed it a little bit.
He just had a bit of a snatch, but
I think again he looked at it and
He's
thought,
alright,
I can lead here.
He can screw off the side cushion.
But again, because Kevin gave him the 2 shots, and he's had a launch at it, but he shouldn't be getting the 2 shots and getting in like this, because Kevin's just moving too many balls out and making the table empty for him. But,
Pull, obviously the 2 shots carry, so it takes a lot of pressure off the opponent whenever he knows he has an extra shot. He can afford a mistake in essence, and he knows if his ball doesn't go, he knows he can dink it over a rail and then play it again, and he can do that at any point in the finish with 2 shots carry. So as you say, if Haashim's feeling the pressure here, Kevin's definitely releasing the pressure, because a number of times he gives him 2 shots with 5 or 6 balls in open play.
I think the way the match is going, I think we're starting to see Kevin chase finishes a little bit too much at the moment.
Yeah, he's definitely trying to force it, but yeah, so but you find that if you're not playing particularly well, you're trying to just find something just to spark you off, and Kevin knows he should have been 4-1 up, and he should have been coasting, and he's just forcing a finish sometimes that you think, well, it's not there. Just put the red over the pocket and see what Haashim can do, because you know that he's going to be attacking, and he's not completely au fait with the safety side of it.
Yeah,
he's going to go for it here, and okay, he's got every right to, because
they're
shouldn't
open.
That's
have
a
a
great
problem
shot there. He can just stun this red in and take the one that's right above the yellow.
But you do watch it and think, the way he's been playing, you can just see there's a tweak there, or something might happen. He's stuck himself on the right hand cushion, and he really shouldn't be. He's going to clatter into this yellow, and this could, he could run this off the yellow, and it'll end up with the white somewhere on the left-hand side of the cushion, and he's got no shot. And the next thing, because he's taking the red away,
the yellows are all wide open.
He's opening Haash's ball.
No, he needed to keep that white high there.
And again, that's what we're talking about.
It goes, and
not only has he missed the pot there, but what he has done is he's opened the yellows. Now, I don't know if the bottom of these 2 middle yellows goes. If it does, that clearance is then makeable. You can see from Kevin's body language here, he doesn't look comfortable. He looks as if he's a bit agitated. We saw a bit of that yesterday. But he hasn't performed to his level here, and if Haashim can get this, we could be in for a shock on the cards.
The way he's looking at it, I don't think that bottom one of those 2 yellows does go.
Yeah, it's not easy, is it? He's got the one up the rail by the right-hand side that he could drop onto that now and try and roll that in and leave the cut on the one.
I think he'll look to nudge that one out when he puts the other one, to be honest.
If he could get dead straight in that one up the right-hand side there, he's not. He's okay for the left middle, isn't he? He should. If the top one of those 2 goes, then it should be another frame, really. Right? Yeah, you go.
Yeah, he's fine.
There you go. Dan McQuillan says he's not seen worse since you beat him in Ballymena. Is that true?
Dan McMillan. Okay, Dan. Yes, I can't say I remember that one, but I'm gonna have to say I'm glad we're really enjoying Keith Walls's commentary on Coronation Street and other exciting tidbits that you've had today.
Listen, if anybody knows what Eva did in the last bit of the double episode, can they please text me? Because otherwise I'm going to have to watch the next episode and I'll have missed it. She just kicked the telly over as well and bust that.
And during which time Haashim was on the clearance. He's not kicked any tellies over for anybody watching at home.
Kevin might.
He might.
Kevin might if he loses this.
He's clipped that one out. That's not great, but the idea was right. If it goes to top, I think it's difficult.
he's in trouble here.
Yeah, it's difficult.
Well, let's say he puts the
He's got to drop in and go for the double.
Right?
He's got no choice.
He plays the bottom. He plays one in the left. Does he try and drop it in and cut the yellow thin into the middle and try and go all the way around, kind of 3 angles, over to the right hand red by the black?
No, I think he drops in and
can he
plays
get
the
out?
double.
Play the double.
Well, I don't think he can screw enough to get the white back. He needs the white back another 2 inches to play the shot you're speaking about, Keith. I think possibly, I think he's in trouble here, simply put.
Oh, do you know what? You see, this is the power of the internet. So Ben Kiley's just messaged me, said Eve has showed Aidan a pregnancy test. It said she was pregnant. I never saw that coming. Thank you, Ben.
Oh, well, that's big events in the world of Coronation Street. And you were slagging the other commentators off last night for talking about pizza, huh, Keith? Pot kettle there, son.
Yeah, pizza. Oh, God, pizza. Come on now. It's the most watched thing on telly, isn't it? Apart from the Eurovision Song Contest.
And this is your life for Terry Wogan.
Yeah.
This is a pressure finish here.
Yeah, and he's got to start knocking one of these in, hasn't he?
And he hasn't played that with any conviction. Yeah, it's a good shot.
That's the most tensive shot he's hit. Everything else he's hit, he's kind of punched it or played it, and he's dropped that in. Even if he'd have potted that ball, he was leaving a pretty horrendous one up in there, especially if his confidence level queuing out the jaws.
I don't think he went for the pot there.
No, I don't either. No, I don't think he went for the pot at all. But
I think I was just shocked that it looked like he did play a safety shot. So far, he's kind of gone for everything. You know?
Yeah, because he's played no safety up to
I think it's his first one.
Yeah, 9 frames in.
I mean, he's got a telly shot on with the yellow into the top left, doesn't he, and trying to go round 3 angles and back down the table, which he's having a look at. He said, this is the sort of thing you can take on at 5-4, isn't it?
Yeah.
If you're 5-4 up, you can have a swing at this, and if it goes in, you're 2 up with 3 to play.
He's missed it.
Yeah,
and
He
now
made it look like a double.
I'm going to say that I'm going to make a prediction to counter your own prediction and say that is the straw that broke the camel's back. I think Kevin will finish these, and I think he will win the match.
Do you get camels in Mauritius?
I do not know. Great
I might
question.
Google it. I might
Google
Google
that for us.
Let me Google. How do you spell Mauritius? I'll put it in here. Right, here we go.
Do you want me to spell it live on air?
Oh no, otherwise people realise I can't spell.
It's not
No,
Martian.
my dad was an ex-headmaster. Oh, it's not oh God, it's spell checkers part up Martian. There you go, look, here you go. Mauritius. Somebody who comes from Mars.
Okay.
Yeah, the bloody spell checker's done me here, isn't it?
And here we go. This should be simple off the reel, up and black to bottom corner. Yes, he's played it well.
5-5.
And we're looking like
This was a
5-5.
big frame for Haashim. I really felt we needed to win that.
Yeah,
And he did have a good
right.
chance, Phil.
He did. I've got a feeling he might be looking back on that one.
I think that's Nigel in that beautiful cerise shirt there at the back.
Oh, look at the colour of
Look
that
at that.
shirt. Holy smokes. I mean, who
He's almost
paid
come,
him
he's almost
to
come
wear
dressed like
that
Mauritius. That's oh God, my poor brain.
He looks as
plays
if
for
he's-
London. Plays in London.
It looks as if he's
Somebody
just,
will
you
tell
know, it's well Seymour in Blackpool because it looks as if he's just come in for a pull match and once he's finished he's got to go down and do the old cabaret.
Yeah.
Doesn't he? It's like a scene from Chicago. It's his kind of town, Blackpool.
He's always a pair of yellow trousers to come dressed as the Mauritian flag. Better than the Japanese flag. What do we get for that?
Well, we finally moved on from the colour of Nigel Smith's shirt. And
Nigel Smith, that's it. Couldn't remember his name. He won't know mine anyway, it doesn't matter.
That doesn't really matter. We're looking here at 5-5. They're obviously taking a minute or two of a comfort break, and during that time, I think we'll discuss the men's team event. Mr. Walls, what about the men's team? Who's impressed you? Before we go, obviously taking out Northern Ireland and trying to be as objective as possible. I know you find that very challenging. Who's impressed you thus far this week?
Of the people I have seen, team-wise, at the moment, Scotland, the team event, for anybody who doesn't know this, there's 10 countries in the team event. You have to finish in the top 6 to get in the knockouts, and the team that finishes 1 and 2 are automatically in the semi-finals. And then the team in 3 and 6, they will have a playoff to fill one of the semi-final spots, and the team in 4 and 5 has a playoff. And it's extremely tight because there is not a bad side in this year, which is very different. We've always had a side, in Algeria or something like that, where you can a little bit relax, you can rotate a few players. But this year, every side is incredibly strong. And I mean, the fact that Malta kind of joint second bottom with 1 win out of 4 when they have such quality players, it's shown how tough it is. But of the teams that we have played and the teams I've seen, I have a sneaking suspicion for India. I know a few of the guys, but we had a match with them the other night and they beat us, but they have guys in there who took out some finishes the other night and they were really impressive. There's a few of them in there, and Hittin and those guys that took finishes out the other night, and if you're going to win this, that's what ends up happening. Somebody at one point has to get England out of there, and the Indian team or Ireland possibly, but I favour the Indians over the Irish.
I would go as far as to say as well that India have impressed me immensely. They obviously defeated us, and they were the better side for the most part of that game. But also the Irish team. I have a sneaking suspicion that Team Ireland will go the distance. For anybody watching on the stream, I think it is Morocco and India tonight, possibly at 9 p.m, which will be a fantastic affair of attack and pull, you can be sure. The Indian team have taken out, as Keith says, a number of brilliant clearances up tonight.
It's interesting what you're saying, Keith, there about, there's no weak teams this year. No one can be relaxed on. Although I did say to Chris McMullen, if you don't think there's a weak team, then it's you.
Yeah, it's a bit like the poker thing, isn't it? That if you can't sort of sit down and spot who the idiot is in the first 5 minutes, it's you. But when you look at the matches so far, I mean, Australia have only won 1 game, but the game they won, they beat Ireland, but
and yet the Aussies are so dangerous.
Correct, and we've got the Australians tonight in a must-win. But it's the one team I couldn't comment on because I haven't seen enough of them. I haven't seen any of Wales, and the fact that you've got Tom Cousins in there and Tom Price is playing some great stuff, and Zach Shepherd, they're filling 3 of the top 6 slots in the stats. And if you've got Cousins and Price in there, and the 2 Toms are firing, they're going to be a big threat. I mean, they're the only ones I haven't seen enough of, but the ones I have seen, the Indians.
Well, I watched Wales. I watched Wales yesterday or the day before, and they looked very assured. They have a great team spirit among their group this year, which has maybe been lacking in the past. And there's a great togetherness, and it's good to see. Somebody like Tom Price. I have a lot of respect for Tom Price. He's a young player in the grand scheme of things, but he would be a very experienced international, and you can see the impact Tom is having on the less experienced players. And obviously you have Tom Cousins, who's a great player in that team as well. And I think Wales are a bit of a surprise package. But in saying that, so are a lot of teams. When you look at the table, there's some brilliant sides. Like Mauritius have yet to get off the mark. But Mauritius it was a 13-8 victory for us, but I didn't feel it was a 13-8 game. And they were the team at the bottom of the table, and they're closely followed by Australia and Malta, who are powerhouses. So really I think we won't know.
It's going to be tough
for another few days.
But Haashim's got a massive shot here as well, just while we cut back to it.
Yeah.
He's took out a very, very solid finish so far. He's going to screw this back.
Is he straight, or is he just going to slide?
Is he going to slip off the yellow?
I just glanced at the yellow here.
No.
Yeah, and now, and we haven't really seen him hit one of these all day so far. This sort of long pot, mid-long range pot, he's wobbled a few of these. I don't think he can go in off, can he? He can't clip the yellow and go off.
He'll just be dropping this in. He won't be putting anything on this.
This will be dead weight.
Yeah. So this has put him 6-5 up in the first of 7.
And
has he got it?
It's there.
Yep. Oh, beautifully played. Well played. Pressure on now.
Yep.
6-5. Haashim.
Mr. Walls, you may end up getting
This
the first
could be
tip
a
ever
world
up.
first. A world first and recorded. To
Yes.
prove it, I may actually tip a winner.
You're arguably an even worse tipster than Sherman Wright, and for anybody in Ballymena will know full well what that means. Going straight colloquial there, Mr. Walls.
As long as nobody mentions Haashim, I reckoned he was going to win. Oh, well, that's a great
That's a break.
Yep. That's a break. That's 6-all.
Yeah, he's going yellow.
He's got to take these for 6-all.
There's a bit of work to be done, but it is a great split. You think he's going yellows here?
I was going to go
I
reds.
just don't like the red on the left rail.
Yes.
The only thing is, if he
I thought
if
he'd
he
want
could get
reds.
to this, if the red towards the middle pocket goes in behind the yellow, he might be able to run through that.
It's not a great shot. He knows it too.
I think that must go. I think he can play the red up by the middle pocket into the left middle
Yeah, he's
and
got
run
just
through.
enough room, hasn't he?
Yeah. Oh my lord, he's trying to hit every ball on the table. He's nearly done it. This might clip another one as well.
This
when it
is
comes
a
round.
big shot. His next shot is the biggest shot in the context of his match.
So would you have taken yellows now?
Possibly. I'm surprised that
Do you know? I know he keeps looking at this one in the top right. Do you reckon he could nick that one into the left middle? Because if he could cut that in and come back down, he may find himself on the tough red left side of the table. And if he doesn't, he's still got 2 reds near the corner pockets to get him out of trouble. He's not looked at it, but maybe it's too. Maybe the cut's too thin.
He's looking at 3 different shots and he didn't like any of them.
Do you know what? Do you know that? Okay, if I was playing a team match, I'd clip this bottom red. Where the bottom red is now, I would clip the side of the bottom red by the cue there and just drop him behind it. Because he either snookers him, or even if he leaves it to the left, he's not going to leave a pot with all the yellows in the way and just tie Haashim up. Because if he goes for this and misses, this is going to be over. I think he's got to clip this and play.
I think that's easier said than done.
If he touched there, he's done. Yeah, that's good enough. Yeah, that was where I would have tried to put it down in that corner and not leave a pot. Well, that's pretty good because it shows he's still thinking clearly. He's not just gone for it.
No, if he wanted to go for it, he probably should have took yellows.
But a couple of people texting in just wondering about other scores. We'll try and get them to you as soon as we can. Yeah, and he's just kind of... Oh, and Kevin will be disappointed to see that yellow just covering that red at the top corner.
I think that's just...
He's still looking at it, but I don't think that goes from here. Wouldn't mind to look at it again. I'm sure our cameramen are looking.
He might accept just getting it in behind them and...
He's just going... Yeah, as I thought. He's just going to try and cover the pocket. That's a good shot.
And this is going to be quite interesting what Haashim does because we've not seen him have to play a safety frame so far.
He's going to slide the yellow in behind
and he's 6-5 up. And you'd think the sensible thing here would be push the yellow in behind the red because Kevin's under pressure. Or is he just going to sort of try and find some crazy finish out of this?
Well, I think if he can slide it into the pocket, then it opens up for him.
Yeah. Well, I don't think it goes.
I don't. I
think he hangs it and
he's hung it. Yeah, he's hung it.
Well, it's good to see that, as we said earlier, he hasn't had an opportunity to play very many safeties, and he has managed to play a good, sensible shot, and that is a loose shot again. That is a very loose shot from Kevin, and I'm quite surprised.
Yeah, I think he's just played the I don't want to win this match shot.
We've had another text in. Big shout out to Jimmy Moore and the County Antrim World Rules team. All-Ireland champions 2 years in a row, I do believe. So well done, boys, and nice to see you tuning into some good World Rules pool.
I hope they're taking some notes.
That was a great tournament in Killarney, by the way. That's a fantastic venue down there.
The Irish Pool Association have always run a good show, and I actually think that the All-Ireland Pool Championship is one of the best tournaments I've ever been to, and I would hope at some stage that they will run a Europeans or a World Championships in Killarney because it's an unbelievable venue, Phil.
I completely agree with that. I mean, I went this year for the first time and I was blown away. I thought the venue was absolutely fantastic. Certainly wasn't as hot and sticky as it can be over here at this time of year.
And you look at Haashim's body language here, and that's what we were talking about earlier in the match. He's picked up his rhythm. He's walking confidently, addressing the table. He looks as if he's finally relaxed. And again, he's got 2 shots, so the pressure has been taken, lifted from him a little bit to get over the line.
It's certainly interesting what he does now. He does try and move the yellow, because normally you'd think, well, you just use your 2 shots and play. It's it. You think, well, he'd play down there and just move that yellow out with the first of your 2.
I don't think that was a good shot at all.
And I think he's seeing the finishing line here, isn't he? The he's idling on the run-in.
As David McGill would say, he's got a bad case of finishing line fever.
Yeah. Is he going to clout the red and just hope he's all right?
Yeah, he's just and there we go. But I think he might have got away with this, because I think if he plays the one,
get into that second red here.
Absolutely,
he'll have a lovely angle.
Not screw down off the yellow into the red and leave the yellow into the bottom right.
Yep. Absolutely, yep.
Can we see on the camera if it goes? Because he's having a peek.
I'm saying it does.
I think it does, yeah, it does. I think he's able to stun this down, hit the yellow full in the face.
Contact.
Hit the red in the face and play the yellow across.
Now, don't get me wrong, the shot can go wrong, or it's not an easy play, even though it's a short distance for the white to travel, because you have to hit it direct, full in the face, but it definitely goes.
That's right. I think I'd find a way of sliding just past the red, but you need to full ball contact here. Oh, he's going off the cushion by the looks of it.
Look at this.
Oh, that must have more margin.
I would say that's the only way he couldn't have gone on it. I don't know what he was looking for there.
But he may still. Oh, well, that's a very, very, very strange shot, because the first thing I thought when I looked at it was that it only goes from below. If you take the black spot as almost an equator line, it only seems to go if the white ball's below that line. And he's actually went across the cushion, knocked the ball out instead of going direct, and he's landed high on it. And this doesn't look like it goes here.
I wonder what
no, that doesn't pot for me.
Nope. What would you do here now, Phil? Are you playing the one up the top with loads of screw and coming down and trying to break it out? Are we going full on attack mode?
I think that depends on where I'm playing and who I'm playing.
Oh, that's a very good point.
I might just push the yellow over and try and leave the white stuck to the red.
I would probably try and clip this yellow at the top of the table, because I think if you clip it and you put the white somewhere in bulk, you're not leaving Kevin an easy starter, and you know he's jittery. You know what I mean? If you put the white up the top there somewhere, you're leaving him 2 long reds, and
I'd rather develop my bad yellow and leave him nothing.
I think if he stuns on, if he can play the yellow and stuns on to the red,
leaves it stuck to the red.
He then has to play away from the red. But we're looking at it here, and as we said, attacking player, we think he's going to play an attack-minded shot.
Yeah, I think he might clip this.
I think he's taking it
on.
And Lord. He did, I told you. That's what
this.
I thought he was going to do. And he did, and he's had a wee bit of luck there.
A bit of form there. I think this clips into the middle.
That screwed at the length of the tape. I'll tell you what. That's some great J.R. Ewing there.
It definitely is. That one's straight from the Book of Dallas.
Lovely cueing. 7 foot screwed in the bottom jaw.
But he's had a real rub of the green there with that little flick that's taken him away from the knuckle and left him a makeable shot. Now, it's not straightforward here.
He's got to push through to make sure he gets enough.
Yeah, you'd be worried you just clip the red and stick yourself
to get between the 2 reds. He might flick the bottom one here.
I think if he pots it, he's okay. I think he's going to hit enough of the red to leave the black to the right now.
Yeah, I think he should just slide off the top.
Do you think sorry, Phil, do you think he's going to just clip the red and use it as a stopper?
Yeah.
He needs to just slide off the top of it, really. You don't want to get stuck behind it.
I think he's got to go dead weight.
I think
he'll just nudge. He'll just nudge
the first
red.
He could just run it.
First red will hold it.
That's a strange shot, and again,
that's what I said the danger was.
He's dug down on the white ball there, and he's instead of just
of that red.
Jack the cue up, didn't he?
Absolutely, Phil. He, instead of him rolling through, as you said, just take a little bit of the red, leave yourself that black to middle. Instead, he's jacked down. He's went down on the white. He's played a little bit of screw. He slid right past the red, and he's landed in the world of trouble. Now it'll be interesting to see if I was Kevin here. The temptation would be just to snooker him a 1 cushion escape, but it's a big gamble at that stage. Or he may just want to bring it out.
I'm putting the red and screwing into one of the side rail, leave myself on the other into the corner.
Just take it on.
He's going for this, Kevin.
Yeah, I'll go with that.
He screws off he pots the one in the bottom left. He screws up the table into the red by the side cushion, and that leaves him the one to the bottom right. And if he can push that red 6 inches, and then he should be fine.
Yeah,
But
that's
then,
a better shot.
you know, he's had a few problems with the finish. And
Again, this is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'd be looking at that and thinking, do I fancy him to hit this? But I was in
now
this-
he doesn't play that shot at 1-all.
No way.
Absolutely.
No way.
Absolutely. And he's given him a chance now as well, because he can probably come off this right cushion and wheelie this, and if it flies in, it's over.
It's a one
But
cushion part.
in my experience, I find it to be that when your confidence is low and a match is tight, you go back to what you know best, and you try to play what you would call. You're trying to make sure it's almost like playing. If you're playing poker, you were playing like a stone cold game. You're not playing very aggressively. He's looking at this and thinking, I'm going to take the 60-40% chance that he's not going to pot this. But if he does, you're always left kicking yourself, and he hasn't. And now the finish looks a little bit more makeable. Although I wouldn't be surprised if he finds himself tucked up again. You never know, because I think Kevin's wanting to just make sure to get this to 6 each, because I think he knows his experience will tell if he can get to the deciding frame.
And the fact I've tipped Haashim. This isn't easy, is it? So again, if he was leading or he was playing well, you'd think he'd take the one into the top right.
If he was
and
leading or
stop
playing
the
well,
white.
he'd be on his third red by
Yeah,
now.
he'd already be there. He'd be dropping the one, the dodgy one. He'd be dropping that in the middle pocket.
It's amazing how your shot selection can change depending on your form, your opponent, and also how you're feeling inside your own head. I always said this game was 20% or 80% inspiration, 20% perspiration.
Certainly
Oh,
isn't this
where's,
venue,
oh
anyway.
my
And
lord!
told you, as predicted, he was going to tuck him
Well,
up again.
it's fine. It's fine that he keeps him in it, but he's sort of knackered the two reds a little bit.
Yeah.
And Haashim really should hit this yellow. He doesn't have to hit it hard, but if he hits the yellow and he leaves the white stuck to around where the yellow is, he's not leaving an easy plant, and he's kind of making Kevin take out a harder finish when he's not playing well.
Although in saying that, Keith, if he rolls this dead weight, clips off the yellow hits the cushion, everything's hunky-dory, but he leaves him a straight clip to the middle pocket. If he gets it, you fancy him to get the two. As you say, he's played the negative shot, so he has made his red slightly trickier over the pocket, but I think this all comes down to confidence. I think he's low in confidence. I think he's trying to make sure, and sometimes that can work against you, but this is a very strange choice.
No,
of
that's
shot.
great. Do you know what? I didn't think there was any way he'd play that because of the experience of the other players. That was a good shot.
I disagree.
I quite like that.
I think that's
Because
game
you're
over.
Kevin doesn't. Kevin's clearly worried, and again
Does he
he's
snoop him again
made.
here?
Yeah, again he's had a chance of the finish, and he's played a terrible first shot.
Sure,
where
now
he's
he
not
just
done
hangs
anything.
it, but now he just hangs over the pocket. The snooker's even better than it
Yeah,
was the first
but
time
again,
when the finish is
he's
on.
giving Haashim a chance to just keep annoying him. You know, he can roll the white into the jaws of the pocket of the red. Kevin gets another set of two shots, and again, it's not an easy finish because he will waste one. And Haashim's doing the right thing. He's just making it tricky and annoying him. And he's not giving him an easy finish out of this. If he rolls this white into the corner pocket and gives him two, he's got to waste a shot, and they're still tricky to take out. And the way Kevin's been playing, he's going to be looking at himself going, oh God, I can't get myself three balls in the open.
I agree with what you're saying. I think it's definitely a case of trying to continue to make it difficult for him. But I think this ball drops in and
He's
the
left
clearance
this,
is
he's
easy.
left this.
And there we go.
But it's going to come down to what he does with the other one. It's a bit like watching Jamie's game last
Well,
night.
there's two shots here, though. And I think he hangs this ball and leaves himself a straight
But
pot.
that was a bad shot from Haashim. He should have put the white in the jaws
I agree
and
with
made
that.
Kevin. I mean, yeah, it was the right idea to contain him, but
And you can see the way Kevin's queuing. He needs these two shots. He needs the shots because he's really struggling.
Imagine had Haashim put the white in the jaws, he would have wasted one coming out, and now he would. He's struggling. He's teed it up, hasn't he?
Yeah, he has. And we're going to the wire, it looks
We're
like.
going to the
folks.
wire, and the Keith Walls bet is going to go down in flames again.
And you can see here that this is going to come down to straight up queuing, muscle memory. He'll not even be thinking about this, he'll just want to bring it back, push it forward.
That's
and
it.
he's knocked her in, and that's a very confident black, considering how shaky that was from him, that frame.
Looks like everyone's got their money's worth with this one anyway. It's going
It's
all
been a
the
good.
way.
It's been a pretty good one to watch. I mean, we've only been in here a little while. And we've seen a little bit of everything. We've seen a couple of good clearances and a bit of luck here and there, but it's probably on the right way. It deserves to go down to a deciding frame. Nobody's run away with it, and both players are going to be kicking themselves if they lose this.
We've got some interesting team matches coming up for you next after this one. I think the next feature match will involve our Northern Ireland ladies.
Absolutely, the Nordy ladies haven't played as well as I'm sure Denise would want them to up to this point, but they're always a very capable team, and to be honest, I think every other team would agree they're unbelievable fun to be around as a group, and everybody likes to see them do well. They're very, it's very often you see the Northern Ireland ladies having a lot of the other teams wanting to spend a bit of time with them during the week because they're such good fun, and it would be great to see them get to maybe a semi-final or a world final. I've been lucky enough to manage Northern Ireland ladies in the past, and we managed to get to a European and a world final, and they eventually won it the following year. So it was
after you weren't managing.
After I wasn't there, yes, that's the point I'm getting at.
Very, very important decision made at the top there.
Yes, but it was great that once you get to know the ladies, it definitely opened my eyes to ladies pool, because there's a lot more to it. I think there's a lot of things they do and the way they conduct themselves that a lot of the rest of us could take and learn from. I think the ladies' game, there's a lot of good characters in it as well, and most importantly, they really enjoy their pool, which is what it should be about at the end of the day.
And the Nordy bar across the road's taking a fair hammering this week, with the ladies there as well.
That's to be expected.
Good break from Haashim, actually. If you're going to break at 6-all in a decider, your main thing is pot a ball and try and get control of the table. Oh, I tell you what,
we're open now.
It's all coming in now, boys.
The Keith Walls curse has come again, Gaffer. You've managed to get us into a world of trouble by
this is up there with the Sergio Garcia will never win the Masters.
You didn't say that one, did you?
Oh, you bet I did. I said I don't care who wins it as long as it's not Sergio, and of course. Now then, Kevin. It's a free table because he potted a red, he nominated the yellows,
up the lane.
He missed the yellow.
He's had that all wrong.
Crikey.
That is a poor one, and I think he was thinking about that shot and thought to himself, if I drum this in, I'm in the driving seat at 6-6. And
it's still
I think that's why he's tweaked that one a little bit.
It's still open. Haashim had potted a red off the break and then nominated the yellows, and the rule is that you can change the other colour, but you must pot that other colour if you want to be it. So he nominated yellows but then missed it, and that left the table open for Kevin, and Kevin has pulled it.
Another shout out for Turf Lodge's #1, Lee McShane. Lee's on Ireland's team, and he just looks. Sorry, we've another shout out to Turf Lodge's #1, Lee McShane. Lee just wanted to get his name mentioned there during our commentary stint. All right, Lee, I hope the bed's comfy over there in the old B&B.
I better mention Dylan's pool club in Maidenhead called Rax, or he'll put me membership up after this.
I hear the pies are very good, Keith.
Oh, the Leary burger. Out of this world.
If you mention Keith Walls' name when you go in, your membership goes up 20%. That's Rags Maidenhead.
Yeah, that's right. Right then, Haashim, what are we going to do here? He's going to go for it, isn't he?
I think he has to go for this. I think he kicks
this
red
out. He's kicking the red out of the way here, and
but he needs to watch, because the red's going to come career on towards those yellows, and it will be interesting to see how that impacts.
Gets a good split here. This could be it.
I'd like a little pointless drag shot there.
Oh yes, he's all right. He's all right. This is perfect. I'd go as far as to say this is straight pot in the middle. This looks like as good a shot as he could have played yet. We're seeing it from a better angle here, and that looks good. What do you think? What do you think here, Phil?
Yes, he's got to drop this one in the middle now, obviously. And we'll see what sort of angle he's got.
Yeah, I think he's going this and then opposite middle, and then using that one to screw across onto the other one possibly. Or maybe he'll take that one middle and then screw straight back, and use that as the stopper. Use this one beside use the yellow beside the two reds near the black to stop onto the red and take the black to middle. So he's got two options there at the finish.
He could break the key Keith Wall's tipping curse here. If you can just
This could be
plop
a,
these three in. I've seen Mick Ferguson actually.
That
wander
yellow
around
goes
in
in the
background.
top pocket as well, by the way. That yellow in between the two
Mick
reds.
won 7-6 earlier in his singles match, I think.
Mick Ferguson plays down our way in Hayes, and this is the first time he's been at the championships, and he's down to the quarterfinals in the seniors.
That's a great achievement.
Playing Steve Chambers, and he's also still in the main event of the singles.
So we've got to where I was mentioning earlier, folks. I think you can either take the one on the left-hand side and screw straight back, take the opposite one to the right corner and use the red as a stopper and take the black to the middle, or he's going to take the one beside the two reds and screw across. I'm pretty sure he's going to take the one on the left-hand side, but he may use the red to flick the...
I don't think so. I think he takes the one in between the two reds now.
I'd put the one into the bottom right,
Screws
screw
back
off
into the
this,
black.
because you're going to clip the red or the black and
He'll
hold.
go into the black.
There we go.
See, that's where I thought it... Well, it's still okay,
He's
but I thought
okay.
it...
He's okay.
You can use the red to stop the white here.
As I mentioned, there was a couple of options there, but he has gone for that. And that isn't just perfect, but it's definitely a chance. And he might... Is he going to flick this red
I
now?
don't know if the camera can show us, but if he's going to cut this yellow in the bottom left, has he got an angle that he's just going to clout into this bottom red?
He is going to go
that would
into the
hold
red.
it nicely if he could. If he could just...
What's this?
He's just got to get the pot right. This is a Steve Davis, Dennis Taylor one, this.
He's played that
It's
well.
there. It's
There
there.
we go.
It's
It's
perfect.
Form an orderly queue at the payout counter, lads.
Keith Walls has stepped another winner for the first time ever.
This will not be beaten.
Well,
it's
there we go, Haashim. So that was a fantastic
Good game.
performance. And I mean, I think he has shown great guts, and you can see there the Mauritian
his
team
teammates
are
supported
all
him.
with him there. and
Smilers
that's
there as well. It's great. It's great for Mauritius as well. You know,
Look at
they
the
get another
support.
guy in there, and it's good for them in experience. And Smiler, the team captain, he's a good guy. But it's great for them now. They got somebody else through, and it just encourages more of their players
He's
to
into
come
the
along
last
and play.
64 now with the big
Yeah.
guns.
But I love that about the smaller nations. I say smaller nations, folks. I mean, nations that are newer to the game. You see all their teams support each and every player, and the difference that makes for guys out in the singles is massive. And I think they have been absolutely fantastic for him there, because they've obviously settled him right down, and he's played some pretty good shots
Yeah,
towards
but
the end of that match.
he played more. Yeah, he played more solid pool than Kevin did. Kevin's going to be kicking himself because he shouldn't have given him as many chances as he did. And like I said, we knew how this game would probably pan out with him being very attacking, and he just opened it a bit too much for a guy that didn't want to be in a safety battle, you know. And Haashim's took out a nice finish there.
Yeah, Kevin had a chance early on the match to put a real stretch of daylight between them, and he didn't do that, and ultimately paid the price.
So that's our stint in the booth well and truly over, Mr.
We're done.
Walls.
No, thanks very much, boys.
Thanks.
It was
Well,
a little more
thank
painless
you.
than I thought it was going to be.
yeah, it wasn't too bad, and we hope that maybe you might hear from us
Yeah,
again.
we might have another go. There you go. Well, have a good afternoon, everybody. All
Yes,
the
and
results
stay
and everything
tuned
will
for
be
the
on,
Nordy ladies.
Yep.
Stay tuned for the Nordy ladies
Yep,
and
they're up
Morocco, India at 9.
Yeah, and if anybody else is looking for results, you'll find them on the WEPF website. So thanks very much, everybody. Cheers.